コロナファンヒーター HIX にリモコンがついている。延長も温度調節も楽々。もちろん消臭シャッターもとっても便利であったかい。コロナファンヒータ
ー。大空和流ポリューションプロテクトガイキング合体。超合金ガイキング大空和流ポピーより発売中。
おいらは怪獣マズイラだ。ご飯がまずくなる恐ろしい怪獣ですね。坊やの運命やいかに完全と現れた正義の味方。さすがのマズイラも美味しいものには弱かったですね。ご飯の味方何はなくとも江戸紫。
On today's episode of Collect All Monsters, we are taking a look at the last 12 months of Kaiju collectible news with our 2022 in review, and it all starts now. Ikimashou! Hello and welcome to episode 35 of Collect All Monsters, the show that celebrates the kaiju from the collectible side of the genre. My name is Kyle, and I'm going to be talking very soon with these lovely people right on screen with me for a few minutes. But before we do, we're broadcasting live on YouTube and Facebook. Please, if you're watching live right now, just do us all a favor and hit the old like button right there. And if you do, we appreciate that fancy support, and we're looking forward to getting this episode's show topic right on track soon. But first, I do need to hear how my co-hosts have been over the past month since we've seen each other last, and what have you gotten in the mail for a box day in a segment we call Show and Tell. And I will go ahead and pass things over to my good friend David Dopko in Seattle, Washington. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Kyle. Hi, everybody. So good to be with you all during this holiday season. This is kind of like our holiday special, our version of the holiday special. So it's going to be fun. So as you probably know, I had a little bout with some sickness last couple of weeks, but I'm feeling 100% better. Everything's good to go. The weather here is kind of like wintry, for lack of better terms. It can't decide whether it wants to snow or rain. It's kind of doing a little bit of each. But anyway, it's December. What can you expect in the Northwest? So I think Kyle left us for a minute. He did. Okay, he's probably going to get some
spirit.
He's
going to get some snacks.
He's going to get some Christmas snacks. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in with my Showa and Tell. There he is.
You should jump right in.
I didn't want to start without you, my friend.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I had to go close the door.
Okay. All right. That's good. So I'm going to go jump in with my Showa and Tell, and I'm feeling a little bit like my buddy John Ruffin today because I got some pretty cool stuff.
All right. Shucky ducky.
Not your average stuff. So let's start off with the first thing. Actually, it's this little guy. This is the Defo Real.
Yes.
Godzilla 1973.
He was great.
And he's so cute. I did get the Rick that has the alternate jaw and the little hand carrying
good. Yes.
whatever the hell it is. But I kind of just like him without that stuff, and he's super cute.
He's cute.
Thank you so much to one of our great members, Vincent Perez. His friends know him as Tony. So thanks so much, Tony. Really appreciate it. I love this little guy. Took a lot of fun pictures with him, so he's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Now, next, I got this item sort of like unexpectedly last week. And it's something that I've wanted for a long time. You know, I sort of dabble in the vintage, to kind of go down that vintage trail just a little bit. And I definitely stumbled upon something cool on that trail. which is this guy here.
Awesome. Wow.
This is the Popey
He looks so good.
large size Godzilla. Now I got so confused with the scale. There's actually 4 of these, and I have 3. I now have 3 of the 4. This is the large scale. No, I'm sorry. Forgive me. This is the giant scale. There's a large, which I do have, and then there's a little teeny small one, which Kyle helped me get last year around this time, actually. And it's just really cool. It's in fantastic condition from being from 1978. I mean,
oh my
there's
gosh.
no
what a year! What a year!
What?
Yeah, I know, what a year. And just he almost looks like he's a new piece, but I'm very stoked to have him in my collection. And then this is the coolest thing ever. I've wanted one of these for so long, and I've held out, and I couldn't find just the right one. And John Ruffin has one, and finally got myself the giant arc Godzilla. I mean,
awesome.
In the same color spray that was shown in Godzilla versus the Smog Monster, where we all got a glimpse of these awesome toys, and I'm just so incredibly stoked to have him in my collection. I paid maybe a little bit more than I should have, but the condition of this guy, considering he's so old, is really great. Just has the minimal scuffs. As you can see, hopefully the colors are still super bright.
Yeah,
There's
they are.
no writing on the feet. There's no cracks in the vinyl. I'm actually going to be hopefully bringing him to G-Fest with me, or sending him ahead to G-Fest, because Ken, I can't remember the actor's name. Help me out, somebody. Anyway, we all know who he is. The actor who portrayed Ken is supposedly coming to this year's
Yuki Kawase.
Thank you, Leslie Chambers. Thank you.
I have myself muted for that whole thing. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right.
I mean, I totally knew it.
You knew. I know you knew. I knew too, but I just didn't say it. Anyway, I would love to get the bottom of his foot signed.
Absolutely. So cool.
Get some fun pictures
awesome. Yes.
With the 3 of us.
Oh
my
gosh,
3 of us.
yes.
Godzilla, myself, and Ken. So very, very stoked to have him in my collection. I think I'm going to buy a new glass shelf to put upstairs and put my really, really special pieces up there. He's definitely going to go in that case. And then, yes, sir.
Superman beats them all.
Does he though? I mean, I guess we'll talk a little bit about that later, because we have something to say about that. But here's another something that's pretty cool. You guys remember when Helmy was in Japan around Godzilla Day?
Yeah.
He was posting some images from, I think it was a Mandarake or a shop similar, and he posted these cool yokai figures that he saw, like several of them. And I PM'd him and said, if you see another one in your travels, would you mind picking one up for me? And sure enough, he did.
Nice.
Fantastic.
So cool.
The glare is a little weird, but this is a cool, like, Japanese ghost with a lantern figure. Thank you so much, Helmy, and Gonzalo too, for assisting in the shipping process, because Helmy didn't want to bring it back to Australia and ship it from there. But I really appreciate your help, and it was very kind of you, and I'll never forget your kindness. Thank you so much. And this will look great on Halloween upstairs.
Yeah.
That's a great piece.
Now, I've got one more thing, and it's actually a box day. I've never done a box day on Collect All Monsters. I don't know if any of us have.
You got a box of the mail today?
It is a live unboxing day.
Unboxing.
Now, I'm going to say something about this. I don't want to one-up everybody else or what I've showed so far, but that's a hint. And this is from Nick Sides, who we love. Nick Sides. Nick is one of the most awesome people in our fandom. He actually gave me a great assist in getting this piece for my collection. So I'm going to open it up right now, very quickly.
Yes.
Hopefully not cut myself. Drum roll. It's not quite as spectacular as the Bullmark Giant Godzilla, but it's still. I haven't even seen it yet in person, so.
It's still exciting.
All right.
It's always exciting box days. It's like early Christmas gift.
It is. It really is. It really is. And there's okay. Ta-da!
Yes!
It is the 1-Up
Wow.
Godzilla 1954. Nice. Oh, I just knocked my notes on the ground for the next segment. So put that up there. It's really cool.
Nice.
It's great.
Yeah,
Cool.
It's beautiful.
And I think
It's the Hawaii spray?
It's the Hawaii spray, but I think it kind of looks like those little Godzilla sparkers that were sold in like Spencer Gifts way back in the day. You guys remember those? He's really tiny, and he comes with a little teeny tiny train and a little teeny tiny airplane.
Fantastic! Yes, the
plane. He hovered around $100. So
that's a great.
Not bad.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Pretty good, and I can't wait to get him out. He's actually a lot smaller than I thought he was. I thought they were going to be a little bigger, but that's okay. The smaller the footprint, the better he fits.
Yeah, right.
So I think that's going to do it for my extra special epic December.
To remember. Yes.
What's that? Yes.
December to remember.
December to remember. I'm going to pass it over to my
Before
good
you
friend.
Pass it over to your good friend Leslie, though.
Oh, right.
December is the last month of the calendar year, David.
Oh, it is. Wow, what a play on words. It is the last month of the calendar year. So we've got somebody who wants to say a few things about the new, now available Collect All Monsters calendar for 2023.
Put it on.
Hey guys,
Tell me!
Okay, let the man talk.
Calendar, Collect All Monsters calendar. I love it. It's the color is really vibrant, and there's so many cool photos. I just love it, and I love the fact that in January, which is my birthday month,
John Ruffin.
I really like it, and it even has the days which the episodes for Cam is going to be on, the 18th of March,
excellent.
and the 13th of May. So I'm looking forward to this episodes. Helps to keep track of those important dates. Another important date is Akira Ikufube's birthday, which is listed there as well. So, and one thing I really like about the calendar is your name's at the back. I don't know if that's a small extra that they did, but it's really cool. I love it.
Awesome.
And you should get it, I think.
That's great. Oh, that's fantastic.
That's beautiful.
They turned out great, David.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Help
They
out.
really did.
Support Cam, because you guys have been an awesome influence.
Aww.
And you've helped me get through COVID. So thank you for this. I have a representation of Cam now for the next whole year. Thanks.
Thank you, Helmy.
Thanks, Helmy.
Thank you, Helmy. Now
Thanks, David.
here's the kicker.
We got to get to
How
that.
the hell did it get to Australia before it got to Seattle? I mean, what's going on? I mean, I'm glad he got it. And I know our other friend / viewer from Australia, Christopher, got his. Helmy got two. One for Christopher also. So the Australia, viewers are all set. It's just the people in the U.S. Now, you guys should definitely order one now, because as of today, actually a few days ago, everything on Shutterfly is 50% off. So it's a really fair price. It's a great gift.
They have fluctuating discounts right now because of the holidays, is what David's trying to say. Yeah,
I have a feeling that it's gonna stay there. Probably till the end of the year, but you never know when they're going to switch it up. So jump on it now, get it for yourself, get it for that discerning kaiju fan in your life. And as Helmy said, it's got some fun photos of all of the cast members, including, most importantly, all of our dates for 2023. So you will never miss a show. There's no excuses to miss any shows if you have the calendar. So get the calendar, and now I'm going to pass it over to my friend Leslie Chambers, who is coming live from, I always get this wrong, North Carolina, right?
Yeah,
right?
North Carolina.
Is it? Is that what it is? For real? Really?
Yeah. I mean, we're barely a state, so that's.
Oh, come on. No. It's all good. But anyway, Leslie, take it away.
Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Collect All Monsters, the final episode of 2022. This was an awesome year, especially if you were a Gigan fan, right, Kyle? So thank you so much for being here. Also want to give a plug and shout out again. This is the start of some great, awesome shows coming your way this evening. Later on, Monsters with Attitude. They're gonna have a retrospective discussion on the Godzilla Millennium film series. Let me just tell you, if you're all watching Monsters with Attitude, you better be kind to GMK and Mega Gearus. I'm just saying, you better be kind to Mega Gearus and GMK. Honestly, 2000, the Kill Your Films, Final Wars, you can just skip those and you still have a great show.
No, they can tear those up, Leslie. Let them tear those to pieces.
Yeah. But GMK, Mega Gearus, please be kind to those. And also Kaiju Live, their final show of 2022, the awesome YouTube show, auction show, and my dolls are going crazy, so try not to pay attention to them. But yes, thank you so much for being here. So I'm only going to showcase 3 things. And I've had a kick-ass year buying stuff, I bought pretty much everything. But the first thing I want to showcase is, I know a couple people already have this figure, but I got to showcase it now. Anyway, come here, buddy. And I got myself the flying Hedra.
Oh yeah,
nice. Hedra.
That's amazing.
Oh my god, it's huge.
Yeah, it is. And
I didn't know it was that big.
Yeah, I got the red. I got the red on. Let me show you. You got the tadpole.
That's the best part.
You got the tadpole Hedra, and you got the swimmer Hedra. Honestly, if you were a fan of the film, Rick was really the only option to go, quite frankly.
Right.
You're not wrong.
Again, this is a solid piece, whatever. Now, it has another base along with it. Now, this is not the base that came along with it. Now, this is a cool base.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
wow.
But this is a base that kind of ties.
Base, right?
What you doing?
Well, but this is the base that kind of ties into my next figure acquisition I'm going to announce. But again, I think a common criticism when it comes to this figure, again, people love it, but they said that the base is kind of bland, which I can agree with. But I'll give a full story on this base when I talk about the next figure. But one thing before I move on from Hedra, I think Kyle, you can answer this question, because a lot of people have been talking about this figure, reviewing this figure, but they have been referring to the monster as a she. And that's news to me. So is Hedra a he or a she?
Dude.
I always thought it was
okay, so this is like brand new Deep Lore stuff where basically, according to some video game that came out really recently, I think it's even a mobile game, the 70s version of Hedra is a female and the Final Wars version of Hedra is a male.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean,
like that's like recent discovery sort of stuff. Yeah.
You know what? That's the thing, because I've been watching Hedra for God knows how long, and I've always referred to the monster as a him. Now, I'm not saying that it's impossible for Hedra to be a she, because let's face it, if you take a stroll through social media, there are a lot of dangerous, toxic, crappy females out there. but when I heard,
Leslie froze himself.
Oh, see, you should have said that.
But Hedra, I've always referred to
the internet's canceling Leslie automatically.
Okay, am I back? Am I good?
You're right.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good.
Am I good?
Now,
Okay, good.
Good.
Okay. Yeah. So again, I've always thought of Hedra as a him, but I guess it's a she now, and that's kind of messed me all up, quite frankly. But still, that's a great figure. So again, if you're a Hedra fan, you need to go after this figure and go for the Rick, because the pieces are amazing. Secondly, let's stay with the 70s here, and I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to Marcellus Winters and Bill Gamundson. Yeah, you know what's coming. You know what's coming. And he built for me the Resin Chef 25 centimeter 1972 King Ghidorah.
Wow. Look at that, Marcellus, man.
Look at that.
It was like
That looks
right
like
out the
it
movie.
stepped off screen, except
Yeah.
somebody touched
It does,
the gold to
doesn't
make it better than it was on screen.
Yes.
It looks better than it
Absolutely.
does on screen. Yeah, it does. Wow.
And that's the thing, and that's the thing, because I know there's not too many quality 72 Ghidorahs out there, and those words you don't hear too often. Quality 72 Ghidorah. That's like saying a Rational Monsterverse fan. It's just kind of hard to.
He's killing it today.
Hard, But yeah, this thing is amazing. You know what I'm saying? And again, Guy Gann has been showing a lot of love this year for the movie and for the monsters. And this is one great thing to add to my collection. Now, mind you,
Gosh.
Oh.
Mind
so
you,
big.
see this? He's leaving us on the edge of our seats
I
tonight.
know, right? Oh, he's back.
Oh, that is fantastic.
He did an amazing
That's
job.
huge.
what happened?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, he
Froze
said mind
again.
you, and then
Oh,
Froze
oh,
up
sorry.
again.
paused.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
I
sorry.
can see it.
Well, anyways, the base actually came with Ghidorah, but I wanted him. Yeah, but I wanted Ghidorah to be on the base as well. But I also wanted to alternate it with Hedra. But he couldn't do the base for Ghidorah, so I had to make it just for Hedra. But still, the base looks great. Ghidorah looks great, and that is it far as like the second thing I want to talk about. And finally, all right, stay there, Ghidorah. Don't fall over.
2 awesome pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know what? We just got the word that a new Godzilla film is coming next year. And from what we understand, it might predate 1954. That's just speculation at this point. But it really had motivated me to go back and watch the original film as well as 56. And it kind of reignited my love of the 54. So I had to get this. And again, this is a model kit, and it's KOC.
Oh, I know what it
so
is.
40 centimeter, 54.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
Look at that.
Wow. Wow. The dorsal fins are awesome.
You were the king of the resin model kits these
I
days,
know.
my
Holy
friend.
cow. I have zero.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And again, this is built and painted by Marcellus Winters. And as you can see, David, he actually painted it like the Mosu Goji. Look at that. See?
He did. I see. I can see that the eyebrows look a little bit. It's you know what? It still works though. Works great.
Yeah. So from here on forward, this will be known as the Shodai Mosu Goji. So again, with KOC, I've been killing this year. I got the 62 courtesy of David Dopko earlier this year. I got the 99, and now I got the 54, and I'm definitely getting the 55 when it's dropping. I guess in a month or so.
It's coming to me, right?
So yeah.
How are you?
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to doing that one. I love KOC kits. They're game changers, and I don't want to build anything else that's not a KOC because they're so. I almost said a bad word. They're so damn awesome.
They are. But again, but it's great. But again, I've had an awesome year with collecting. You know what I'm saying? Looking forward to 2023. So that's it. But I want to showcase here. So I'm gonna kick it over to Biolante's #1 fan, the one and only Christine Chapin. What you got, Christine?
Hey! Well, speaking of Biolante, I just want to make sure we shout out because yesterday was, I guess, technically her birthday. I guess you could kind of say.
Wow.
When the film came out in Japan. Yep, December 16th. So yeah,
nice.
Happy birthday, Biolante. And so I'm actually getting over being sick too, like David. I was sick pretty much all last month. I was feeling better for like a week, and then I got sick again. But I'm starting to feel better. But it's just the time of the year, man. And
it is. It really is.
Good times. But I can't believe it. We're at the end of the year. Crazy how fast it's gone by. Like, I feel like the years just go like, shoot. Like, how are we? This is our 3rd year doing this already.
Right.
That's crazy. And
It's crazy.
all of you have come along with us on this amazing journey. We've gotten more fans. The group is growing. Like, very exciting. So, on to my acquisitions. So I got 3 things too. So on the first day of Christmas, Yahoo Auctions brought to me a shiny, glittery Sungus Baragon.
Oh, I saw your Instagram post. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
He's so. I've been wanting one of the Sun God sculpts because it's just so like chubby and cute. I don't know if you can see his cute little grin he's got going on here, but this was a Winterfest 21 exclusive, I believe. Really beautiful. I mean, I love the glitter stuff. So purple glitter, beautiful gold highlights. Really excited to get him to come in the mail. I also got huge thank you to Nick Sides for picking this up for me when he was I can't remember if I showed this off last month. I don't think I did.
Show it again.
It was.
Oh, it was. Oh, okay.
Oh, you said you were getting it. You said you were getting it.
Oh,
you hadn't
that's
done
right.
it yet.
So I got it now. The Decon Mondo 84 Heat Ray variant. So this was exclusive to the show, but they did also have it on the Mondo website like a couple weeks ago. Oh my gosh, and this is gorgeous. It's a clear blue with like that cellophane, that shiny cellophane inside. I freaking love it. Oh my gosh,
Very
I
pristine
love it.
colorway.
Yes. As soon as I saw the picture, I was like, I have to have this. And I hate messaging people when they're at cons. I don't like doing that, but I was like, Nick, please, if you just happen to have a like extra second, could you please? And so yeah, he came through for me and helped me out. And Nick's amazing. He's a great friend. So
you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you just have to shout out, and they can say no.
You gotta reach out.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not gonna miss it next year because I wanted to go this year, and I don't really even know why I didn't. I think I forgot. I need to just. But then the third thing I got, very excited for. I've been wanting one of these for a while.
Oh,
finally,
yes, indeed. Woohoo!
Oh, that's
finally,
fantastic.
I got the Passion Tank 64. And
damn great
detail. Like
I know.
Well, you won't be able to see it on the screen, but like the skin texture is just amazing.
It is.
And
it's. I actually want to say like those Passion Tank Godzilla 64s are basically like they are half a level down from X Plus quality in terms of like their detail. I am every time something like that comes out, I'm shocked to see how good the quality is for the detail work. Just amazing.
It's like half Fluffy and half X Plus.
Half
it's
a
like
step.
True.
Yeah.
It's that sweet spot. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's debatable as hell. That is debatable as hell. That is debatable as hell.
Leslie, you like him. Come on now.
That is debatable.
Look at that.
If you saw that in person, Leslie, I think you would dig it. I swear.
I think you would too.
Now,
I got
black with a standard white spray on the spines and your gold eyes.
No.
You'd be like, "What X Plus is that for?"
Exactly. Yes, that's right.
It's Sofubi.
Exactly.
I got enough toilet paper, so I'm good.
One day.
You know what?
Respect.
We talked about this. I think we talked about this in a past episode that the sweet spot that I sort of sit at, and a lot of collectors do, is between stylized and realistic, and that totally sort of blurs that line between stylized and realistic. And I think it's just great. Wouldn't it be great if Passion Tank? Well, maybe it wouldn't be so great after all if they came out with like every Godzilla in that style.
I was thinking
Maybe it wouldn't be so great. No, because then I'd have to get them all, and these are not easy to get. As you know, they're really not easy to get.
Just don't do a 54. Everybody's doing the 54. People need to like dip back
or
into
95.
the 68s.
73. Do a 73.
Yeah,
73.
Oh, 73. Wow.
Max Toy did all those.
They did.
Little tiny Godzillas. I was
They're
like,
so cute.
well done, sir.
So
Sorry,
cute.
I'm really sorry to have hijacked your section.
I know, we all did.
But
Guys,
we clearly
no
love
way.
that Passion Tank. It's really cool.
I was excited. It's very impressive in person. Like the pictures look amazing, but also so mine came actually. The teeth were not painted on mine.
Oh, right.
And it bugged. It really bugged me. So with some help from David, I painted them myself. Look at
it. She needed a pep talk. She just needed to know she could do it. She needed a pep talk. And look how good it looks. It looks perfect.
It is hard. I don't know. Like these are two tiny teeth. 2 teeth. It took me like 30 tries. I was like getting so frustrated. I'm like, how do you guys do this? You get like tiny little brush and get it. And I forgot what I kept wiping it off because I didn't like it. But
that's why I said don't get enamel because you get one chance.
I'm so glad I did.
And it's the simplest things sometimes that are the most difficult. And
it would be easy.
Like Marmot Sofubi kits, soft vinyl kits, they look simple. They're so hard to build those because they don't fit right. You have to like manipulate them. But anyway, go ahead, Christine.
I don't know how you guys get it. Like props to you guys that build and paint and all that stuff. I was ready to toss it out the window after trying to
But you did it.
So yeah, I did it. No, I did it. Yeah, so thank you for your help. So
of course.
Those are my exciting box days. My last box days of 2022. So I'll toss on over to John down there. Toss on down to John. Oh. What do you got for this year?
Well, it's been a busy week of work, but it's good to be with you all. It's been an exciting year in terms of collecting. I mean, I got some things that I really wanted, and I'll quickly share with you some of the things that I got.
Uh-oh.
You always got something good.
Let's
Here we
start from the
go.
bottom.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Are you starting the timer?
Hold on. Let me chill out. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For everybody. Let's start with our feet.
We're just busting.
I think
What is that?
Godzilla.
Are they
What?
socks?
From
Oh my
King
god, those are
Kong.
so cute!
Oh, no, you didn't.
I love Godzilla socks. Oh my gosh.
You know,
Oh my
Camille,
gosh, those are so cute.
I went a few weeks ago. Let's start with the small stuff. After I saw what Helmy brought back and saw some things that were, I was like, oh man, got my desire all worked up. But, the little
Oh, Lady
Lady
Guard alarm.
Guard.
Oh my god.
Yes.
$20.
Man.
$20. You
Okay,
can't
that's
pass
that
up.
was
a
open
deal
air?
for.
They had them in the store there? They had the cast
No,
stuff?
no, I got it off of Bayou. But you can throw up
Oh,
there.
okay.
And I think Mandarake has one for $30. So
Oh, I want it.
Mandarake had a
Everybody
bunch of
getting
cast
I
good.
want a Lady
So-
Guard alarm.
I'm saving something for last. So let me see.
It's no toy. It's no toy.
It's no toy. Helmy got me on this one. After I saw what
man.
Oh my god!
after I saw what it was inside, because I always was curious about this, but never had seen what was in it, how it looked.
Looks big.
I got one of those.
Yeah,
They're
this was a good.
badass.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Aoshima makes it like seriously. Aoshima did that. They did the 70 version, the 72 version, and then they also did the Gotengo from Astragon.
Wow.
Nice.
Quality off the charts, real good.
Mhm.
I wish they had done more, like the A-Cycle Light Ray, etc.
Yes.
Oh, right. The A-Cycle Light Ray.
Oh man, there's so much. There's a whole line of just vehicles that need to be done. But keeping
How
with
big
that
are they?
theme, this is massive. I mean, the
How
scale.
big?
Oh, so it's okay.
The Maser tank, the body of the Maser tank is about that
Trailer.
big, and then there's the little truck that goes in front of it is about that big. So the
What?
whole thing is about
It's
that long.
impressive.
Oh.
The
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
dish
It's
goes
impressive.
up and down. It's got
Oh, it
batteries.
moves too?
It's,
Are you
it's
serious?
Lights
Oh, yeah.
up. It's beautiful.
It lights up
It's
too?
amazing.
Oh my god.
It's pretty.
Yep. And
Yeah,
also
they
shoots
came
saw
out.
it
laser
with a good
lasers.
200, I think they were like
Yeah.
$250 when they came out.
Dang.
I got this for like $120.
What?
Yeah, good deal.
Mm.
Oh.
I'm not. I
Deal was
I'll be up
you find
early
some
in the
awesome
morning. Oh,
deals, man.
I gotta stop. Here's another vehicle. This is the counter. Well, I'll just show you. This came out recently. And it's three of them. I think it's snapped together.
Oh.
Simple.
Oh, it took me a minute to figure out what it was. Okay, duh. I know what it is now. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was. You can get it on Amazon Japan. I think it was like 20-something bucks. I think. I forget.
That's it?
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Oh.
cheap.
A
I
model
did
kit,
get
right?
the Hedora. I just have the little guy.
Oh man,
Aw.
I regret passing on that one.
Ah,
I know.
You can still get it.
I know.
You
I
gotta-
can. I know.
To go
I know.
along with your kin, Godzilla.
I know.
I'm sure Awesome Collector Cars still has some.
They do.
Looks of disappointment from John Ruffin tonight.
Oh, there
I
it
had
is.
to-
Good one.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I had to get the set.
Because
Yes!
Super X.
Oh, you got the rig?
Super X and
Awesome.
Super D, awesome. So had
Boy,
to
Gotta
have
get
that.
Super X.
You got vehicles out the wazoo this time, huh?
Yes, I did. I did.
Machines and
Hold
vehicles.
on, I'm getting there. I'm getting a couple more items. Bear with me. So today at the House of Fun in Jersey, so I picked up just some little dioramas that I always wanted. That he had got in. Let me get his back on there. This is just one of the three. You know, that old classic.
Oh, I love
Nice.
those.
Oh yeah, those are the Sky
Oh.
diorama ones. Yeah, those are great.
Mm-hmm. Very
Is that
cool.
for Space Godzilla?
Space Godzilla?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is.
I'm so sorry to hear
I
that.
love those. Yeah, but how cool is that scene?
That movie has a significant place in my heart.
Yeah, I know you saw it in Japan, but it's still the red-headed stepchild of the Heisei series. Let's just be real about it.
Oh, the
Not wrong.
soundtrack is wonderful.
Not
Right, Kyle?
Not
Right,
wrong.
Kyle?
You're
Would
right,
that
dude.
qualify
You're right.
for?
I love
would
that
that
movie. I got
qualify
Space
for a
Godzilla
guilty
tattooed on
pleasure?
the inside of my arm. It doesn't matter.
Oh, would that qualify for a guilty pleasure? Maybe I don't know. Maybe.
I think so.
I got some books. This is a book I
Oh,
need to have.
snap.
This.
Hans
Japan
Green Monsters.
Yes.
That's interesting.
from what I can see, it's supposed to be, pretty, maybe a scholarly work, but I have to see. That's my time.
Nice.
Okay, I'm getting there. Okay, stay with the books until I get to the real piece that I want to show. I'm getting there. Wait,
I wish I could have box days like John does.
I know, really, right?
Now, this is getting down to it here. Now, you see this?
So that's Biollante, right?
Oh, it's Biollante.
Yes. This is Scenario. It's a Japanese magazine, and they reprint scripts.
Oh,
cool. But this has script number 3. Biollante, I went through 4, I think 4 or 5 iterations. Now, I didn't know this. Japanese Twitter account, I follow. No, I found it on a website. I didn't know the ending of Biollante, the dialogue in the earlier scripts was from the doctor, not Erica. He said the last words at the end in the earlier script. It puts a whole different kind of spin on it. Yes, verified here.
Dr. Shiragami says it, right? Instead of Erica.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Which,
interesting.
And he actually calls her and kind of apologizes. So it's really interesting. I'm working on a blog piece on this. Okay, almost done.
Oh, interesting.
Just stay with me.
We're here.
Up some old Windows Godzilla
those
software.
are great. Yeah. Oh.
Has a cool book inside.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. Hey, I like building up my software collection.
I don't even have a CD-ROM on any of my computers anymore. Dude.
I've got an external that I pull out.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, last 2 items. This one's really special. I couldn't believe it was available. I'm really getting into kits, although I can't build kits, but the history of kits, because I didn't realize how I was mesmerized in 1984 by the kits that I was seeing in that Monster Catalog 3D.
Of course.
So when I discovered Hitoshi, I always get his last name, I think it's Hayami, he's an early sculptor, and he did some caricatures of the Toho Kaiju, and I found someone was selling like 11 of them. And
oh my gosh.
Here's Joe.
Wow, look at that. I've never even seen those before.
What the?
And here's Rodan.
Rodan looks cute.
Resin.
Oh, those are so cute.
Yes, they're great. Isn't that hilarious?
Okay, they need to
I
reissue
may have
these.
seen these on the old Kaiju Kits website a long time ago.
Yeah, a really long time ago.
Yeah, I think from 83 maybe, 84, 83.
Yeah.
So straight up garage kits. Straight up garage kits.
Yeah.
The early days.
Wow.
Now, last item is a special item, and it's simple, but I'm like, oh, this is really nice. It's simple. It's an old beta tape, Betamax.
Betamax.
But it's from Toho itself. It's Godzilla vs. Destroyer, like a short trailer that's supposed to be returned to them after it was taken out here.
Somebody took it.
That's cool.
So it's got the little card filled out with one of the representatives from Toho with their signature and all,
that's cool. Oh my gosh.
That they sent, I guess, to the TV station.
So when we go back to Japan, John, are we going to walk up to Toho and be like, I need to sign this back in. Can you get Mr. Inoue?
You should return it to them. That would be sweet. They'd be like, wow, come on in. Here's an oxygen destroyer for you.
I'm looking for
give
old
away
player
those
now.
oxygen destroyers.
Well, there's 2 of them. They give one away, right?
Right.
That's awesome. Right on.
That is it for me. Kyle,
no, show that shirt that you got on. What's that shirt you got on?
It didn't print well, but it's one of my shirts.
Oh, nice.
I could only do one. So that's the M. And again, thank you, Mark, and thank you, Leslie, for hooking me up. This is the MM28 shot I did, and it says.
Where's the 64? Where is it?
I'm working on that.
Are we gonna have some problems here? Are we gonna have problems here? David, you gonna jump in?
I don't know. Hey, you know what?
I'm waiting. I need you to come back to Philly and let me do it. gonna hook you up. We'll work that out.
That looks awesome, John.
Oh,
It
thank
does
you.
look
But
great.
they
It
didn't-
looks
they didn't do
pretty
a
good to me
print.
from here.
Yeah, it looks
I was
great.
doing a test print and it didn't come out all that well. And it has
It
like Godzilla history.
Oh.
I like the font.
I did it.
Oh,
I
that's
did it
cool.
like Stranger Things.
Stranger Things font. Yeah, that's pretty fun.
I like it.
Pre-ordered.
Oh, one last thing. Check this out. I found this Godzilla head. I forgot about this.
What?
Isn't it? I don't know if it's from the radio.
Like you found it
controls.
under your feet one day?
Wait, what is that?
It just rolled
What is
off
that
on my
from?
head.
Like, what is that
I
from?
don't know. It must be.
Is
from
it from
a
the
radio
De
controlled
Agustinus
something.
yet?
Say that
Oh.
again, Carl. I don't know.
It looks
I was
like a
wondering if
kit.
it was from the De Agostini set, but
But it's. I have that. I have that first box, but I can't imagine it's this big. But I
I don't
guess.
know
Wait,
what that is.
you
That's
know
crazy.
what
Well,
that
you
might
just
be from,
found
John?
it.
That might be from. They did a series like I think they did a 62 and a 54 with ties. That might be the prize that comes with the tie.
Oh,
It might be. You know what I'm talking about, right?
yeah. I think vaguely.
Maybe.
Interesting. It's a wonderful
Oh,
little
yeah.
head.
Looks great. I love it.
Gotta go love to. Gotta show love to the 54. The 54, baby. The 54.
Yep, here we go. 54. Shodai all the way.
Shodai all the way. That's right.
Show down all the way.
show die or no die.
Well,
Shodai.
sorry for that extra minute.
That's
All
all right.
good, man.
If you cut back.
It was worth
in the
it.
future. That's my resolution. Carl, to
Don't
you.
make that kind of resolution.
I'm working on it, but it's too difficult.
It's all good. We're gonna have. I can't wait to talk about our Kaiju collectible resolutions someday.
Oh yes. Indeed.
Anyway, what's up, everybody? Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I have a very short show and tell segment, sort of. I'll make the physical portion really, really fast. Last month, as we saw on the Godzilla Day, the Godzilla store released a Baradagi / Baran
Oh,
teacup,
cool.
which is very beautiful and
That
goes
looks real
wonderful
nice.
with my teacups. I've been
I love
using it
stuff
since
like
it
that.
showed up. It's actually, yeah, it's really cool. If you're a hardcore Varan fan, you got to get one.
Ron Fon.
Varan fan.
I like that. I like that.
I guess I
Sometimes
am.
the gold just rolls off the old noggin. Okay, so also,
Unbelievable.
Similar to last episode, we had our friend Nick Sides hook us up. He wasn't on the episode, but the previous day, he walked us through Designer Con, and because as Christine said, Nick is totally awesome.
Yes, he is.
hooked me up.
Wait, I said that too.
Oh,
Yeah, you said it too,
Oh,
David.
that's
nice.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so David,
Awesome.
pick up. Do you still have your yokai handy?
I do.
Okay,
She's
so
right here.
grab her and throw her up on screen for me. Okay, so David has, for yokai fans out there, David basically has a yurei, which is coming out of a chochin obake. Chochin means lantern, so a lantern ghost. And so that is a interesting mashup of the two ghosts because one's coming out of the other. Mine, however, if I may take over,
Yes.
this is actually because everybody knows I love yokai. This is a yokai from the northern area of Japan that's called a Nagahame, and they are oni
Yep.
that terrorize local children, and people dress up like these guys and go door to door and basically yell at kids, "Are you gonna do your chores? Are you gonna eat all your food?" And they look exactly like this without
That's
the
awesome.
sofubi
Really?
flair. And when I
want
saw
one.
that they had these, I'm trying to remember who it was. Jim Rampage made these. When I saw Creature Bazaar advertising these, I had to get one for my yokai collection.
Super
And also
cool.
the fact that it's like an actual yokai and not just some kind of made up for designer con thing. I just love that so much.
So
Me
cool.
too.
That's all the physical items. I actually do want to share some video real quick because I did get 3 other items I've talked about a little bit briefly, but basically I got video games. And there's a new game that came out somewhat recently called Ultra Kaiju Monster Rancher, and it is a collaboration between Tsuburaya's Ultra Kaiju and a Monster Rancher franchise, which I'm not really familiar with. And I am a casual, capital C gamer when it comes to video games. So basically, I'm just going to explain super quickly the basic premise of this game is that you are a trainer, sort of like those digital pets of the old days, Tamagotchi, and the Digimon pets. You basically get to raise this in a video game setting from week to week to week, and basically you can get other kaiju. I have a Kanagon, the giant Kanagon as well. You send them to do drills on your island to train. You send them to fight other kaiju, and I've sped this footage up so that we could just kind of zip through it. It's pretty fun. You get to blend kaiju. You can like fuse two kaiju together to turn them into like a different look. So the one that I just killed was Dada with somebody else's coloration, but it's a real big time killer game. If you have a ton of time, this is a dangerous game. Oh yeah, this is like a Naranga with Ella King coloration. Anyway, it's a very fun game.
Okay.
Totally interesting to just like. I play it in the morning before we take the dogs on a walk. Definitely worth checking out, especially if you like Ultra Kaiju and you like video games. We play it on the Switch.
Is this on the Switch? Okay.
That's on the Switch. Yeah, sorry. Now, moving on, the next game is something that I got a while ago because I knew they were doing a Godzilla DLC collaboration. That's called Gigabash. Gigabash came out maybe in the summertime or maybe a little bit later. It is a kaiju fighting game. It's pretty fun. I've played it with Gretchen and Tiger, and we just kind of like use it. It's sort of like just like any of the other old Godzilla video games where you're bashing each other, like Destroy All Monsters Melee or Save the Earth.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that they added Gigan, Godzilla, Mechagodzilla, and Destroya really made it so like I was like, well, I gotta get this, right? I gotta at least be able to. If I've got to get my frustrations out one day, and I want to be Gigan and I want to attack the building, because one of the other things about this game is like it's very customizable. You can play against other people. You can play against a computer. You can play against nobody. There are games where you can just run around and destroy buildings. If that's
the one I want to play. That's my kind of game.
Totally fun. It's one of those games where I eventually will play it more and more, but there's no need to really focus on it too much. It's looks really good for what it is. Now, this last game I'm going to talk about is called Dawn of the Monsters. And this is a game that our friend Alex Rushdie and some other friends of his work on. And this just came out maybe a couple of months ago. It is more like a side-scroller type kaiju game. And to be perfectly honest, I have not played this one very much. I think out of all three games, I played the Monster Rancher Ultra Kaiju game the most, and then Gigabash, and then this one I basically have just started. But it's a gorgeous game with a very comic booky ink feel, and I'm looking forward to exploring the rest of this game as well. Anyway, that's been my Kyle's casual gaming update, and I don't want to show anymore. What's up,
just picking up buildings like it ain't nothing, just throw them like they're like footballs.
That's the best part about kaiju video games. You don't need to have any skill to actually pick up a building and chuck it at somebody. It's just part of the game, man.
As far as Gigabash, which character is more fun to play? Gigan, Destroyer, Godzilla, or Mechagodzilla?
Okay, so one of the cool things about Gigabash is there are two like sort of bonus modes where you get a chance to like press a button combo and your character changes or grows or whatever. Yeah. And so with the Godzilla characters, I think the Godzilla is the least fun to play, honestly. And
really?
Gigan and Destroya are actually Destroya is just I'd say Gigan and Kiryu Mechagodzilla are probably the two most fun to play. Okay. They do different stuff, and like Gigan does this thing where he actually does like the metal on metal shing off of his claws, which when he did that, I was like, ooh, why didn't we see that in a movie just like that? That's awesome. And then they did it in the short that Wakasa did. He totally had ching ching with like sparks and stuff flying. Anyway, that's about all I could say about those games right now. They're fun. I don't play online, so I can't play with anybody. But again, casual with the capital C gamer is my kind of thing. Let's see. That's about all I had for my stuff. I think it's high time we check in with the chat room because we have 38 people watching live, both on Facebook and YouTube, and we are so appreciative of you guys. I see a ton of familiar faces, or familiar names, as we normally do. Leslie's going to do his best to say hello to everybody, and I'm going to do my best to try and pop you up on the screen when he says your name. Take it away, my friend.
All right. First and foremost, my beautiful queen is downstairs. Hey, babe. Thanks for watching.
Hi, Sandra.
Of course, Helmi. Gonzalo.
Gonzalo.
Nevada Ruffin.
Hey, that's
John.
Nevada Ruffin.
Hey.
Okay. Nevada, full disclaimer, your brother is awesome. Just want to get that out the way.
We love him.
We love him.
Yes, we do.
Michael Hain, Bad Goji.
Forgot Liam Foley.
Yeah, Liam Foley. Sorry, Liam. Ryan, Chris Reed, Fancies of Cats, Johnny Coke. I don't want to say it the other way. DeAndre, Eric Stope. Again, be kind to Mega Gears and GMK. Just saying. Of course, Jonathan Portman. We're gonna come for you. Yeah, Jonathan Portman. Play Where Talk Red. Okay, I like that.
How's it going?
Nathaniel Plummer. Kaiju Kim. What's going on?
What's up, Kim?
Yeah.
What's up,
Thirsty Thursday Toys. Let's see. Okay, Monster with Attitude. Again, be kind to blah 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 blah. Godzilla Train 1090, of course. Let's see. Who else? Robert Dwyer. What's going on, Robert?
What's up, Robert? And thank you, Robert.
Okay, and I think this is Vincent David, Demon by Design.
I think it might be Vincent, aka Tony.
Yeah.
Yes, that's Tony. Yep. Tony, aka Vincent. There you go.
Yep.
Thanks, buddy.
Yep, great guy, except he hangs around with Eric Henry, so that's suspect. But all right, Brutezilla. Let's see who else. Come on, and just
Brutezilla.
Yeah, Brutezilla. Yeah, and just basically, I don't see anybody. Yeah, Greg Coggin.
Robert Hill.
What's up, Robert?
Not so bold.
Here, we haven't said hi to you yet. Anyway,
Martina Houdini.
Hi, everybody.
Black Dolls Matter. I like that.
Yeah, that's my brother Mark. Hey, Mark.
Okay. The Ruffin family in the house.
Family trip.
Luminous. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let me just ask this to the Ruffin families in the chat right now. Does John, is he like that on Christmas when y'all get together and y'all open your gifts and let's say you have like 5, he has like 50? Does he take? I'm just asking. If you could pop down your answer in the comment section, let us know. That way, it's not just us. We're not the problem.
Leslie. I love Leslie.
Oh, and last, certainly, but not least, Marcellus Winters in the chat. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're killing these models, Marcellus. Yeah. You're killing it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Wearing it out.
Thank y'all so much for being here. Really do appreciate it.
I got to up my game, Marcellus.
All right, so before we get to our big segment, we are going to just quickly ask you guys out there who are watching as well. We're at the end of 2022. We wanted to check in with each other and with you guys and hear what you have to say. What have been your top, maybe your best or your couple of best, like acquisitions for Kaiju Collectibles in 2022? I'm going to go ahead and bring everybody back where I like them for this segment. But I know we all have our own collecting journey, and we've had ups and downs throughout the year. But David, what have been some of your top collectibles that you've purchased this year?
Well, ironically enough, I've already shown them, but I will show them again real quick. I have to say, I am so incredibly grateful to finally have one of these in my collection. I mean, this is the toy that we all first saw and said to the TV, "Oh my God, how do I get that? Where'd that come from? I've never seen that before." And, you know, it was years and years and years. How many years ago? From 1971. I probably saw the movie in like 73, 74.
52. 50 years?
52. Yeah, 52. I've wanted one of these for so long. And I settled for a B Club reissue that I've had for 20 years. And I actually passed it on to our good friend Brian Wilhelm, who now has that one, and he'll have that until he gets one of these for himself if he wants one. But I know John Ruffin got one from Sean Lincolnback, and the funny thing is I was actually eyeing that very piece, and you pulled the trigger before I could. But hey, it's all good. Now we each have one. And it did work out, and I am definitely going to try to make him have an appearance at this year's G-Fest, because I want him to get signed by Ken himself right on the bottom of the foot. And how cool would that be? And then I'm going to keep it real simple. Another thing that I absolutely love that I just got this week, another vintage piece. This is I don't have a lot of vintage, but I have some really key pieces that really speak to me. And this is the vintage Popey. Let me see if I get this straight. Large size Godzilla. I think it's either the large or the giant. I don't know. It's confusing me. But it's this big red one. And again, I am so stoked to have this. And I'm only missing one more to complete my vintage Godzilla Popey collection. I'm missing the standard size, which is actually essentially this one that I picked up in Japan when I was with Kyle and the gang. And it's basically this one, a little bit smaller and a little bit lighter colored. So once I have that, I have all four, and I will have completed my vintage Popey collection. So if anybody has one for sale or sees one in their travels, I would love to have you send me or shoot me a PM. That'd be great. And I'm just going to keep it simple and stick to two, because those two
David,
really.
If you don't have that by the time I go to Japan in February for Wonder Festival, send me a picture of the one you're looking for, because I'm
outstanding.
That's a collector trip, and I'll be going all over the place.
Thank you so much. It's very kind of you, and I will definitely take you up on that if it doesn't show up before that. I've got two people searching now. Some like Sean Lincolnback is one of them, and you know, it's definitely something that I want to add to this collection. And Kyle actually did help me get the other one from the series. This is the small, even though it's kind of teeny. He's super cute. I love the sculpt on him. I wish he was bigger. And but having said all that, I'm going to keep it to those items, because those are really, really important to me, and I'm so stoked to have them in my collection. So I'm going to pass it over to who's next. Leslie, what do you got? What are the things that really spoke to you that you acquired? I know you got so much, you have to pick and choose. Just pick one or two things that really, really spoke to you.
Because again, I got a lot of stuff.
You did.
Again, like you, I'm gonna keep it simple, because I'm actually planning on doing like a haul live stream on this channel.
Oh, that's fun.
Like the first of the year. I normally do that anyway, just to showcase what I got. So they're probably going to be like the week before our next episode in January, where I talk about everything I got.
That's fun.
But yeah.
Dude, you want to hear something really funny real quick? Like, just super fast. The whole thing about doing a haul video, I love that we have migrated, evolved, whatever you want to say, to this period of time where Leslie Chambers can literally just hop on a StreamYard and do a haul video. Because back when we were there in 2015, David, in Japan, I came back from that and I was like, I'm going to do a haul video. And I had like freaking 3 cameras set up and lights everywhere. And I recorded it on a different audio setup. And then the next thing I know, I'm like, oh, I don't feel like editing that all together now. So now we can just
it's a lot of work.
And do a haul video.
Right.
This is not the year for me to do a haul video, but I can't wait to see Leslie's.
Me neither. I always look forward to those.
Thank you. I know a few people frown upon that. They think it's a shallow thing that, you showcasing.
No, it's not.
Trust me, it's social media. I've seen it. Trust me.
Shallow.
And some people think, yes, they think it's shallow. That you're just bragging about how much money you spent and blah blah blah. And
never once have you mentioned money. Never once have you mentioned money.
I'm saying, but again, they're entitled to feel that. They're entitled to feel that way, quite frankly. But the reason why I do it is because, again, I'm proud of what I've accomplished collecting wise,
of course.
And I want to share that with other people. It wasn't easy collecting some of this stuff, quite frankly, and it just reminds me, why I bought this stuff in the first place. Because a lot of times as collectors, we buy so much stuff, and then 6 months later, we go into our room and look at a particular piece, and we wonder, why did we buy that? I don't want to be that type of collector, if you ask me. Right. So that's why I do these hauls, just to show love to what I bought and kind of remind myself sometimes, but make it simple. I'll say just 3 at the top of my head. The X Plus gigantic purple Shin, you can't see him, but he's up there. That was a cool get. Let's see, the Monster Maker 28 side by 84.
Yeah.
Oh,
gorgeous.
Sick.
Yeah, that was one.
Wow.
And probably just to round off, maybe a non-Godzilla figure. Let's see. Look around. The Tony Cipriano gigantic version of King Kong 62. That was a great grab for me to get. So, but again, I'll talk about more about that when I get to my haul. But yeah, those 3 pieces in particular were really cool for me to grab. So again, look for that live stream haul video, probably, like I said, a week before our next episode. I forgot what day it is, quite frankly. Kyle, what day is that in January?
Our January episode,
we need our calendar.
I think, is the 13th.
We need our calendar.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's like 13th, something like that.
I think it's January 13th.
Yeah, so look for that probably like a week before. So that's what I can name off the top of my head. Gigantic Purple Shin, Giant King Kong, and the Sidebot 84 from Monster Maker 28. And that's it. So, Christine, what? David, you can say something?
I just want to say something really quick in regards to your comment about people saying that you show off and this and that. I think all of us in this group, and everybody in our group, for that matter, in our Facebook group, we sort of approach this as being grateful for acquiring these pieces. Like I never see anybody like showing off, like, haha, I got this, you didn't. It's never that, and I never feel that way personally. It's and the things that we get to do with, like, at G-Fest and in Japan, I am like, speak for everybody. I and everybody, we're so grateful to have these experiences and to have the platform and the opportunity to share them with you guys. So don't ever feel that what you're sharing is showing off. It's just, we all work hard for these things. They cost a lot of money. They're hard to get, and they bring us joy. And there's never any shame in buying something that brings you joy.
Yeah, and this show, and the group, it's all about showing our enthusiasm and love for the genre, for the collectibles that are born from that genre, and like for people to trash that for any reason, totally unacceptable in my opinion.
Yeah, good word.
I love people's box day. I love seeing what everybody else
Me
gets.
too. I mean,
I get excited for you guys.
There is. I have to admit, there's a twinge of jealousy sometimes when I see some of the things. Like, John. I see someone says John gets. I'm like, oh man, I'm jealous. But you know what? I eventually get one for myself. You eventually get one for yourself. If you really want it, and
it's a community.
Thank you, Marcellus. We enjoy having you being a part of this community.
Exactly.
And that's the kind of thing. Marcellus is the kind of person who gets such joy out of being in this community and sharing his skills and this and that. And that's why I'm really looking forward to G-Fest next year, to meeting a bunch of you in person who I haven't met and we haven't met in person. So,
totally.
I mean, sorry, I didn't mean to hijack that. I just wanted to say that
it's all good, dude.
It's all coming from a place of gratitude and fun. And I've always said this, we've always said this, when it stops being fun, then it's time to stop doing it. So right now it's still totally fun and I'm still loving it. So all right, so let's go. Are we ready to go down to Christine yet? Or yeah? Let's say you were done, right?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah.
If you guys are ready. So, oh my gosh, this was definitely hard. Because there's a lot of great toys that we've all gotten this past year, so it's hard to pick three. But I gotta say, the three that stand out to me, well, a couple that stand out to me is I finally got from thank you, Dan Miller.
Pilot
Earlier
Ace.
this year, I got the Pilot Ace 54 with the skeleton.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love that. Those little extras,
Yeah, so
man.
this,
So cool.
I know, I love the little monkeys. So I mean,
Big show off. You big show off.
Terrible. But no, I mean, it's even more special to get it from one of your friends. So it's like, you know, I can still, it's like he still kind of sort of has it because he can see my pictures that I post of it and stuff. So I mean, it just means more when you get it from a fellow collector and fan and friend. So that's my number one for this year. Number two, the Sarjushi 64.
Oh,
wow. I wish we would have held out for that one.
I know. The color. When I saw the colors for this one, I'm like, I had to. It's so bright and colorful, and I like pieces that pop off on your shelf. So this was exciting for me. I mean, David, when you got the clear guts one, I was like, oh man, I love that sculpt, and it's great to see. You know, so because of you, now I wanted my own, and
yeah, we inspire each other too. That's another part of it. You see something Christine has, and you say, "Oh my God, you know what? I'm going to put that on my radar." And I wanted to ask you, does that piece have a name? Does that particular color spray have a name?
I don't know. I call it cotton candy. It looks like cotton candy.
Cotton candy. Okay.
Yes, cotton candy, definitely.
Super bright. So it's a great sculpt. I mean, Sarjushi, I know David, you too, is becoming one of my favorite lines that are coming out. So I can't wait to see what else they have for us in store next year.
Me too.
And then the last thing quick, not Godzilla related, but I'm a huge Berserk fan. It's awesome dark anime manga in Japan that's still ongoing. So I got there was like a special Berserk event that was held in Japan a couple months ago, and they had these 2 exclusive figures from there. They had a couple other ones too, but these are the ones I got. Zod, the demon, and then Guts in his Berserker armor. So very excited to have these. These are the first that I know of Berserk soft vinyl toys. So super
awesome.
stoked. Yeah, so I'm hoping that they come out with some more because I would love to add to my
That's
Berserk.
Batman.
It looks like Batman. It does look like Batman. Like Japanese Batman. It does. It does.
All right. Well, John, I'm excited to see what you've got for your top acquisitions of 2022.
Yeah.
Oh.
We know what you always guess.
Now, there are many.
You can only pick 2 or 3, John.
There's only one. Now, this year was very exciting because I'm really all about the nostalgia, and I think getting getting Ken's Godzilla, it was all about that. I mean,
totally, 100%.
And that's what I feel like I'm more interested in things that bring back those old memories, and I'm finding myself more interested in the obscure things that are from certain eras, certain decades, that are tied to those old memories. You know, I'm starting to get more into if I can get pieces of the films or something that's not necessarily collectible or figure. But there was one thing this year that topped them all, and I blame you, David, because you had it.
Build up. Oh.
So that's
Building up.
My fault.
You look at the old magazines and things, you know, from the past, and it was a certain amount of Godzilla items, Bandai, that I had to have as I got older if I could find them. Yep. And as I look at, you know, I could check that one off, got that one, got that one. And there's still some things that are elusive. But finally got the one that, the crown jewel for the year, and you all know which one it is. You know, the Jumbosaur.
Oh, yes, the Poke Jumbosaurus. Yes. Yep, fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good singular one to pick for 2022.
Yes, it is. That's a freaking amazing one.
I was so... I couldn't believe I was going to do it, but I found it and said, if I don't jump on it, I'll never have it. To have the Japanese equivalent to the Mattel Godzilla was like... And once I saw... You inspired me, David, so I was just happy to get the piece.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Well, you inspired me to get the other one, so we're even.
Yeah.
We're totally even.
Absolutely.
Hey, John, you know what? I'm surprised that you and I didn't mention the favorite sculptor's line ever set. I'm kicking myself for not saying that.
Right. What are we doing? Right.
I'm surprised too.
And today is
It's never too late.
I know.
It's never too late, Leslie.
And today is actually the 56th anniversary of Ebra Horror of the Deep. I'm surprised we didn't say that. Yeah. It came out in December 17th, 1966. So yeah, honorable mention.
And I was going to mention it for, because I think it was released in November. Was that when we got it? Or October.
Yeah.
October. So I was going to mention it, but yeah, what a set.
Yeah.
I missed that one too. Another one that got away, but you know,
David,
what can you do?
What you doing?
Hey, Christine, I thought you would have. I thought you would have mentioned the. You would have chosen the Passion Tank 64.
Oh, I wanted to, but I figured I already showed him off. You know, I'll show it again. I was excited to get it as my first.
It's
Passion
great.
Tank.
It's really. I mean, those of you who haven't seen this in person, it's really stunning in person. It doesn't do justice when you see it on the screen or on the thing. It's really. I swear to God, Leslie, if you saw that in person, you'd be like, that's not so damn bad.
Yeah, Leslie.
I think
eventually.
We're gonna get him to
maybe
buy a Sofubi piece when we're in Japan together.
This is the face of a man not convinced.
No, he's totally not convinced. He's like, David, stop talking out your ass.
I just said okay. I just said okay. No problem. That's like trying to convince me Final Wars is a good movie. You're gonna get that same reaction. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
No.
I'm with
you on that one.
Shut up, Kyle. We having fun here. We're having fun.
Well, it's Kyle's turn. Kyle, what are
your
favorite things that you've gotten last year or this year, end of this year?
You know, what a weird year for me in terms of collecting because of the move from the previous house to this place, and now knowing that we're moving to Japan, maybe a lot sooner than later. So the hiatus, as Leslie likes to point at,
that thing blew up. That thing blew the hell up a long daggone time ago. When he said that, I was like, I give it 2 weeks. I give it 2 weeks.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Because I mean, basically, I have exceptions. This depends on what a hiatus is for, right? Like for me, the hiatus is to stop the influx of so much stuff that makes the collection
absolutely
when I have such a small amount of space right now, and who knows what my space is going to look like in Japan. So I'm trying not to get. I think that if I did a 2022 haul, it would be like an armload of stuff, and I think that would be it. But
it still would be cool.
It would be. It'd be.
Oh
really
yeah. Cool. There's some key things in there, I'm sure.
The things that of all the things that I got, the number one thing that I'm just the most excited about having done is really beefed up this collection of GMKs from M1.
Yeah. Absolutely. You wanted to do that for a long time.
Hopefully not knock anybody over from the very
Yay, Godzilla Jenga.
But this sculpt.
I love that one.
You know, I talked about it probably a little too much, right? Because then I saw a lot of other people being like, "Oh, I really like this sculpt," but thankfully. They didn't make that many paint variants, and I have almost all of them anyway. There's really 2 that I'm after, 3 tops, and but anyway, yes. Out of all the things that I've purchased this year, I think that I have to say that when I moved down here and I got the last ones of these from my purchases and was able to see them all lined up with the Geigans,
it's amazing,
like, dude. I love it. So that's why. These guys, just the general GMK M1 acquisitions. I think I bought 3 or 4 of them this year. So
they're not cheap, and they're not cheap either.
Wow.
And fun fact, my very first soft vinyl figure was the M1 GMK.
Was it really?
Is it that same one that I just showed off?
No, I had the chocolate brown one with the blue spines.
Oh, I got.
Yeah, I bought it for myself for Valentine's Day, way back in the day. Yep.
Nice.
The one that you.
I have secrets. I need the secrets of how you get in these great Sofubis. Like, how are you
You
acquiring
just got to
them?
get on Mandarake and Yahoo Japan and
Really?
put it out there. The
I
one,
mean,
the one that
my
Kyle
search
grabbed
results
randomly.
yeah.
The one that you
Go,
grabbed
David.
randomly is my favorite. I love that one.
Oh, the
That's
blue
the
one.
most
I
beautiful
love
I
that
love
one.
that one.
Blue,
I love that
blue
one.
spray on the
On
flesh.
flesh.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay.
John, just to say out loud, like how I find the stuff is I basically just keep search results, like search phrases handy, so I can look up M1 GMK or M1 Godzilla, and I honestly I used to, when I was buying a lot of these right when I moved down here, when I was like trying to get as many of them as possible, I was searching all the time for them. But there are, like I said, 2 that I haven't found. They're way more rare, and the chances of them having popped up between the last time I looked and now, like, pretty slim. But there's always good stuff out there. There's, because Bai has access to Yahoo Japan, but it also has access to Yahoo Shopping, Rakuten,
Yahoo Shopping.
and Mercari.
Mercari.
Yeah, I'm always on Mercari. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So basically, it's like that. I would just say, like, that's, if you're looking for something, find out what the Japanese words are that you need for it, right?
Yeah.
And then, what's up, David?
There you are.
Hey, I'm here.
Oh.
Was I frozen?
You froze.
Oh, okay.
It was good for me.
Anyway, so just Japanese phrases that specifically align with the thing that you're looking for. Sometimes those people they search. They put the right information in, but sometimes they put the wrong information in too. So if you can expand that to not just have a laser focus, sometimes it's good too. I don't know. It's like, so using the term Sofubi is fine. Using the term of the brand names, that's what I usually do. Marmot, M1, and then the character. All right. So we did ask people what their top acquisitions were of 2022, and so I wanted to just kind of zip up to that top of the list.
What'd you guys say?
Nathaniel Plummer said that he got the Godzilla official guide to the King of the Monsters after seeing it on this show.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
good. Yes,
Very cool.
Great acquisition.
Gonzalo says that he got the Sakai Shin Standard. That's the Shin Godzilla Sakai's version, but the standard from a friend.
Kaiser.
That's awesome.
That's great.
And the Gamera Tokusatsu book, also awesome. Jonathan Plevin's Passion Tank 64 Artistry of Akira Ifukube CD collection, which did you guys see him post that in the group the other day?
It's amazing.
A cool set of
I didn't know
CDs.
that was a thing.
Really?
I might have to pick that up. That might be something I get soon. Seriously, that's amazing.
Demon by Design says he got into vintage heavy this year. Got his Bullmark with Tower.
Oh, nice.
Size helped him on that. Once again, Nick coming through.
Nick.
Got that Ebra.
We did have a question from Demon by Design where he wants to know what the last kaiju or Japanese sci-fi show or movie we watched was.
Interesting.
Was some Zonefire episodes, including King Ghidorah. Ooh, what was the last thing I watched?
Oh, the King Ghidorah episode that had this guy. That's what I'm talking about.
I think the last thing I watched was actually either Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster or Godzilla X Megaguirus. Just the other morning, I watched that.
My man.
Interesting.
My man.
Good
That's
choices.
what I'm talking about.
Well, mine was an easy choice. I wanted to see my friend go down the sliding board, so I watched Godzilla versus the Smog Monster and literally watched it right when I got this figure, and wanted to see him go down a couple times, and that's the last one I watched.
What about you, Leslie?
The last one I watched, I guess you can consider it kaiju or giant monster. I actually checked out Troll on Netflix.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, I still need to do that.
It was really good. I love Troll.
It was
good.
That was a good.
It was good. It kind of fell off a cliff a little bit, but that honestly made me happy. Made me believe that a War of the Gargantuas remake could be.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah.
Check it out. Troll is really good. When I heard about the title of the film, because I heard a lot of people talk about it, right? But when I heard just the title, Troll, I thought it was like a movie about 50 Cent, or just or rappers that don't mean nothing. But then it was like, no, it was like a giant monster. And then it was fun. There's elements. I mean, from what I got from the film, there's some references to Ultra Q, Kong Skull Island, War of the Gargantuas. You know,
Godzilla.
even
Straight up
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Even Godzilla's name is mentioned in it.
Mentioned in the movie. Yep.
Yeah, in like a tongue in cheek kind of way.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
So I recommend it. Troll. It's really
I
good.
do
Nice.
too. And Leslie, if you'll probably agree with me, some of the best CGI in any giant monster film I've ever
Oh
seen.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Like
It's
It was
awesome.
real.
beyond great CGI. So
And the troll itself, the monster itself, he looked really cool.
He looked really cool.
Yeah.
and he was kind of scary too. I would run if I saw that thing coming towards me.
yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
Sure enough.
Sure
I
enough.
thought it was interesting he had a tail, like a long
Yeah,
tail.
that's
Like,
true.
I really
Yep.
Oh,
thought
interesting.
trolls had tails.
John, you
Yeah.
haven't seen it yet either?
No, I haven't. No, I've been watching Wednesday. And I've been
Oh,
loving
I
that.
love Wednesday. Wednesday was
Oh, my
great.
God.
Oh,
Wednesday was
what
great.
episode?
Wednesday was
Yeah.
great. But
Oh, it's
you
addictive.
Kyle and John, you got
Yes.
to watch Troll. It's really I think
Okay.
you're gonna enjoy it.
It's on the
Oh.
short list.
Yeah.
All right, Christy, what about you? What's the last tokusatsu?
Kyle, you'd be proud of me, Kyle. Varan.
Oh,
Really?
Really?
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That surprised the
Yeah.
hell out of me.
I was just in the mood when I love the music from it too, and
Music is
I
great.
think actually what got me into it was I think it was playing on a channel on TV. I think, but they had the American version. Which I
You watched the American version?
Oh,
You watched the American version?
I don't
Oh,
like
okay.
when they had the American
Oh, okay.
version. It was either on TV or Tubi, or it was on somewhere. It came up, and I was like, I don't like the American one.
it's on
But-
Tubi.
So I
The
watched
American version's on Tubi. Yeah.
Look at Kyle over there. He was like, look at
Oh,
that.
I didn't watch it,
Oh man, the American
but it inspired
version.
me because I was like,
Oof.
I hadn't
Varan
seen
the
it in a while.
Unbelievable is
It's-
unbelievably
stinks.
terrible. Just,
It
oh,
stinks
it's
to high
so
heaven.
It's
bad.
bad. Pretty bad out there.
You
Well,
thought
anyway,
the Godzilla
watch-
movies got the short end of the stick when they got released by the American international
Yeah.
people, or not just American international, but like whenever they were brought over to America. Wow, Varan was just taken
Butchered.
apart and re-sewn together in the worst Frankenstein, not in a good Frankenstein way. Ugh,
No.
such a terrible American movie.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, well, great. I'm glad you
Yeah.
watched Daikaiju Varan.
Me too.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a classic.
What you
What
watch,
about you,
John?
John?
I've been doing deep dives, multiple viewings of Beyonce.
Oh, interesting.
I have a lot of. I mean, I'm mesmerized again by it. And why was Erica asking for help?
Are we going into a whole Biolante conversation now? I mean, I didn't have that in the outline, but we can do it.
I'm just trying to figure out some things.
Wait,
That's
what
all.
scene are you talking about
Well,
specifically?
she cries out for help.
Early in the movie, though, right?
Early in the movie, and because it's a transition, you really, Meek can make her out, but you really don't hear her voice until the end. You don't really. Is she trying to get away from her father? Why is she asking for help?
Oh,
Oh,
my
maybe because
friend,
she's trapped.
I don't think the movie really goes that deep, but we can
See.
totally expand and make it what we want.
I'm just asking, but that's where I'm at right now. I'm really thinking about the character, human
Deep
character.
di- well, that's
I was
Father and
thinking
daughter.
because she's trapped in the
Right.
body of Biolante.
Let me
She
out of
just,
this rose.
she just wants to go to heaven. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
She
now-
wanted. Maybe she didn't want to be turned into a kaiju.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then you compare her and her dad with Mifune and
Katsura.
Yeah.
Katsura, and you're
Yeah.
like, this is some interesting
Yeah.
stuff.
Tip information. Erica from Biolante is Naoko from 1985. It's the same girl.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I always wonder why did this happen? But they have a
She's
position
alive.
to kind of carry over, be a different character, and then they kill him.
You know what, John? Maybe she blames her father, Dr. Shiragami, for creating Biolante, and she's sort of remorseful for that, and she's her way to get back at him is to be Biolante. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
Maybe
interesting.
she knows that Biolante is about to happen, and that's why she's saying, "Help me before this happens."
Interesting.
Well, that's true too. Yeah.
But you know what? One last thing about that. In the Heisei series, of course, the Showa series supposedly never really happened after 54. But why in the hell there was a King Doji in that guy's office with the show
Exactly.
series?
Oh yeah.
Or an
Oh my God, right.
destroyer leaning
You're so
against
right.
the wall.
Gigantic.
You're so right. Ooh.
Like, come on now.
No
That's
one
a
ever
loose
said
end.
Toho was great at continuity, guys. No one ever said.
Now we're talking
Wait a
straight
couple
up
years and that'll be
time travel.
even better.
Time travel.
Yes.
You know, yeah.
I
Oh
need some
boy.
deep dives.
Oh, Kyle's like,
I'm
nope.
sorry.
I'm not going to do it.
Time travel and Godzilla, two great tastes that don't go great together.
Don't go together.
Well, what are they going to do with the new movie, though? You know,
They got an A for effort.
All that
An A for
backstory.
effort.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But actually, since you said something about that, I do just want to say hello to, he was in here earlier, Rylan, ex-Godzilla Singular Point, talking about a new Godzilla movie. We already know about this. We talked about it on the last episode. Actually, Rylan, excuse me, if you are not a member of our Collect All Monsters Monster Collectors group, David and John and I did, or Christine, who was on the new Godzilla?
John, you, myself, yeah.
So we talked about the new Godzilla movie, what they've announced, what we know, and then we speculated on it in our group, and we had a really great chat about it.
And they trashed the
Collectible
MonsterVerse like it wasn't nothing.
You know what?
They stomped it. They killed it. They stomped it. They stomped it. They killed it. They set it on fire. They destroyed it like it was like the second coming of the pandemic. They killed it.
Oh my god.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
All right.
Start over.
Oh my god, you guys! I think we should probably let's go ahead and take our intermission. I feel like we might be getting a little loopy here.
It's the end of the year.
That's
Wait,
right.
Before you go to intermission, Kyle, I gotta say it before I forget it. You know what? Biollante, I mean, Hedera's not a female. It's a non. It's nothing.
It's a non-binary.
Male, female. It's not an earth creature.
It's nothing.
It doesn't even breathe air. It's not a female. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. So, those people who are speculating that, go back and play your games and leave the movies alone.
Is it the eggs?
Godzilla's a female. Wow. Come on. I mean, Hedra's a female. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
It is.
Because there's two eggs there, or are they eyeballs?
Are they eyeballs? What are they?
I'm sorry. Doesn't it make sense
The
that if
never-ending
it has
debate.
eggs, that it might be the female, and then if there's a
But were they eggs or eyes?
the
though?
one in Final
Right.
Wars, have you seen what's on the end of his hand?
Oh.
I mean, he's in it.
Thought about that.
I mean, he's in it
Male.
for like 5 seconds, so I don't know.
For crying out loud! I didn't see it long enough to see what was on his damn hand.
I'm just saying, and I'm not saying that these are not people. These first up, nobody's coming for your old movies.
Don't come for my old movies. Don't do it. I don't want this to be part of the zeitgeist. Is like, the Smog Monster 71 is a female. It's like bullshit. Sorry, not.
All right,
Demonetized.
now we're not going to intermission. You're choosing to ignore canon, and if you ignore canon, then we can't talk.
Okay.
Canon. This is literally being written into canon, and it doesn't disrupt anything. Saying that the Hedera from 1971 is female and the one from 2004 is male, like aside from the who gives a F perspective.
Let's examine the tadpole. We must examine the tadpole.
Yeah, I mean,
break out the petri dish right now. I'm just saying, like it doesn't. To me, it doesn't have that doesn't cause any problems to say like Hedera is female or male. Like who.
I just think it's ridiculous.
Gender is a construct. Who cares, right? It's
exactly.
Exactly.
So the next thing that's coming is the Godzilla from Son of Godzilla. Is that a female too? Because there's an egg there. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Come on. Just leave it alone.
Okay.
I understand. It's anachronisms.
I mean, people like to expand on nerds who are even nerdier than I am. Like to expand on stuff that even I like to go. Maybe leave that alone. So it's out of our hands, David.
Well, they can expand the MonsterVerse all they want. They can do whatever they want in the MonsterVerse. Expand, female, male, whatever. Leave the show of movies alone. Thank you.
Okay.
And good night.
All right. All right. Well, that was a great episode, everybody.
Yes,
We'll see you next year.
Deuces. Holla at you.
Please stick around for the second part of the show
please.
after the 2-minute intermission.
We won't be so funny.
And thanks to all 44 people for still being here.
Oh, we got
We'll be
44
back
now.
in a couple of minutes.
Thank you.
SF アドベンチャーヤマトタケル。映画の迫力をリアルな造形で完全再現。バンダイヤマトタケルシリーズ。
楽しげな暮らしのふりしてもどんな時でも胸の奥にあるうやうやな街は決して消えることはなかった泣きたくなるような夜が全ての季節を埋めしても君とならばどんな悩みもきっと分かち合えるだろう
削り倒すウルトラマンスクラッチ新登場。
Hey, welcome back. Still doing episode 35 of Collectible Monsters here. Broadcasting live YouTube and Facebook. Got 42 people watching. What's up to anybody who just joined us, like Mr. AJ Russo from Kaiju Live, who will be broadcasting later this evening after Monsters with Attitude, and then that's when Kaiju Live will be happening. I think like 9 o'clock Eastern time. Anyway, thanks for being here. We are actually about to kick off this big segment, the whole shebang for doing this year's 2022 year in review. Look at all those
Good times. Good times.
Woohoo!
2022, you guys. Wow. You know, we did a year in review. David and I did a year in review for 2020. So 2 years ago.
Yes, we
and
did.
We're not going to go back and do 2021. We're just going to talk about this year, and we're all going to do it. We're all going to tell our highlights, share our highlights with you from the year of 2022. And I'm going to just go ahead and start things off with our good friends January. January this year did not see a super festival as normally happens in January. I think it was COVID related that they didn't do that. But we did see some cool Death for Real figures being released, the light up Jet Jaguar Deck for Real. And that is a special 1998 Godzilla, which I used to be really so anti 1998 Godzilla. But these days I'm like, you know what? Let the people have the 98 Godzilla.
Yes.
They like it. Let them have it.
Yes.
More importantly than the 1998 Godzilla.
It's a cool Death for Real.
I wish
they
I
could definitely have it.
They can have it. Yeah, I don't need it.
I don't need it either.
Even more cool than the Death for Real 98 Godzilla was this killer Billiken Daimajin kit that came out. It was announced at the end of January. And they've since done a couple of different color reissues. So be expecting more, I think, in the future. But yeah, love that he comes with the little miniature statue version of him.
Yes.
So cool. And then last but not least, for our good friend January, the GMK book was released.
Oh,
Is that the Perfection book? I got it. I have it down here.
The completion.
Completion. Thank
series,
you. Thank
yeah.
you. The completion books.
Yeah.
Those things are gorgeous. They're thick. Have a lot of great
Yes.
stuff inside.
They're amazing.
Totally
Pictures,
worth it.
Lots of good pictures.
And that takes us from our cold January to our colder February, where David Dopko takes over.
February. Now, let's just say if we forgot anything that you found awesome in that month, forgive us. But there was so much to choose from. We just kind of went over the stuff that we talked about on the show a little bit. So we know there's a lot of things that we've skipped, but we're going to do our best to highlight the stuff that we thought was pretty important. So February brought us the Japan Winter Wonder Fest, and that was February 6th. And as you can see, there's quite a few X Plus related, iconic things that were revealed to us. So we got the painted versions of the Godzilla vs. Gigan 25 centimeter set, and I believe that's called the night version, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a showdown. It's a 1972 showdown set.
Showdown set, but the figures look a little darker than the ones that were the originals when they were first put out.
They are.
Yeah, and they're actually really nice. I saw them in person at Jonathan's house. They're really, really nice. Next, we have what most of you who got one may consider the figure of the year.
What in the world?
We saw the X Plus reveal the Godzilla versus Ebirah 30 centimeter diorama piece.
Yeah.
It's really spectacular. John has one and Leslie has one. Christine, you didn't get it, did you?
Have it.
No, I wish I would have.
And I know Kyle didn't get it either. I didn't get it just because I have a Monster Maker 2866 Godzilla, and I have the standalone 30 centimeter Ebirah from X Plus. So I didn't think I needed it, but when I saw it, it looks really damn awesome.
Yeah.
So I kind of regret passing on that. Who knows? It might make its way to my house in the future at some point. So moving right along, this is actually something that's really cool. And it was very hard for me to pass on this, but I ultimately did. It's the gigantic or giant Death-for-Real / super deformed Shin Godzilla.
Yeah.
Now, John, do you have this?
No, but House of Fun has one, and I might pick it up eventually.
You might pick it up. So you've seen it in person.
Yes.
It's pretty awesome,
yes,
right?
It's spectacular. Yeah,
It's pretty. Awesome. I couldn't justify it because his cousin, the big, gigantic X Plus Shin Godzilla, is taking up pretty much a whole shelf in here. So he doesn't need another, little buddy to take up even more room. So I passed on that, but it's really, really, really cool.
Well
so, now here, Christine, one of your favorite pieces from Saru Jirushi, and here I'm highlighting two of them, the 54 and the 64, which you showed. And I guess we'll call these the cotton candy versions because they're sort of translucent vinyl with that sort of pastel-y blue and pink spray. They could also be
They look like
snow cones to me. They're snow cones.
That's
oh my God, yes!
And I just had an idea.
Perfect.
Isn't like the new thing these days having a gender reveal party? You put that inside of a cake, right? There you go. There you go. Gender reveal Godzilla. So I guess I need another sip of tea. Anyway. All right. So moving right along from that. This is something that I passed on, but I really would love. It's too big and too expensive. It's the XM Studio 60 centimeter Ultraman Type C and Science Patrol diorama.
Awesome.
It's not a model kit. It's built and painted. It's poly resin. It's big. It's beautiful. And it's expensive. And I didn't get it. So anyway, that's it. That's all I've got to say about it. I hope somebody like Helmy, who does have the space for a piece like that, will get it so we can see it. In his collection. And then there's just two more things I'd like to highlight. One of them being the T-shirts put out by. Now I know Kyle loves this company.
Hardcore Chocolate.
Hardcore Chocolate put out a series of awesome T-shirts. That Kyle, do you have any of these? Did you get any of those?
I have the Gamera 3, the 1999 one. I picked that up actually a few years ago, and they. What I will say about Hardcore Chocolate is they like to hit hard with their deep cuts, and they've stayed away. They stayed away from mostly like Godzilla and Gamera, except for this one Gamera shirt they had for a long time. So seeing them this last year open up a couple other designs for like Gamera 2 and the 95 one as well. It's really cool to see them expand. And they also did Godzilla, so now I have a Godzilla and a Gigan shirt from Hardcore Chocolate, and they're doing more too.
Cool. Well, I thought about you when I chose this item because I know you really dig these T-shirts. And last but not least, this is the Marusan G-Store exclusive purple glitter Gigan. And Christine, you just said you love purple glitter. This is like the quintessential purple glitter figure, in my opinion. It's great. Again, I'm going to sound like a broken record. I really love it, but I passed on it. And yeah, it's the story of 2022 for Uncle Dave. He was very discerning on the things that he bought, but it's a great piece, and it definitely needs to be recognized. So let's move on to March. Did it come in like a lion or go out like a lamb? We're going to find out from Leslie Chambers right now.
Yes, and March was really noteworthy for a couple of things. As you can see on the screen, the Delphi Real 73 Godzilla came up for pre-order. Of course, David has it right there. Also, the Titanosaurus Delphi Real from S Plus came up for pre-order. Of course, the Rick edition for Godzilla comes with the alternate mouth, and it has the was it telephone pole or tree branch? Yeah. With his big cocaine eyes. So yeah, that was a really cool death for real. Titanosaurus, the Rick edition came with the alternate tail and a hand that has like the mangled sub from Terra Mecha Godzilla. That was cool. Of course, the Toho Maniacs, Dr. Serizawa.
Fantastic.
Was that up for pre-order, Kyle, in March? Did it came up for pre-order, right?
I think it came up for pre-order. Yeah, I think we saw like unpainted prototypes before.
Yes, yeah, we saw unpainted prototype. Pictures of it, and actually what was so cool and we didn't really know at the time is that when you get the figure you can actually see his face inside the helmet.
It's kind of spooky. Yeah,
it's really cool. Like for those who had an issue with the Death Row that had just basically the sticker of Godzilla on top of it, this was really more realistic. And let me just say, I'm gonna be highly disappointed if the Peanuts don't make an appearance in the Toho Maniacs line.
They better.
So
which incarnation, Leslie, though? Which incarnation of the Peanuts do you want? As if I didn't know.
I'm fine. Well, all three is fine. Like the one that jumped out at me, I don't know why it did, but I don't mind seeing the one from Ghidorah, with the red outfits, you know. Like do something different.
Yeah.
Like do something different.
I agree.
Yeah, could do something different.
Be great if they did them all.
Yeah, because the 61 and 61 and 64 are celebrated more, in my opinion, but the Shobijin and Ghidorah, in my opinion, don't get talked about as much, and I think they were just as pivotal in that film as they were the first two.
Oh, most.
So I would say that, and of course, hold on, let me see if I can grab them right fast. Hold on, here we go. Hold on.
We also got the Pear Bambi, which they never have any representations of.
Oh, that's true.
From Godzilla versus the Sea Monster.
Yeah, Pear Bambi. Yeah. I mean, just stay away from the crappy Tokyo SOS twins, and we're good. But...
Hey, did you know that one of the Tokyo SOS Mothra twins is in Shin Ultraman? She plays like one of the lead roles.
Are you serious? I did not know that.
Yeah. Oh, really? Really?
It's all connected, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, a quick question. Besides David and John, who else here is going to see Shin Ultraman next month?
I think I am.
I'm gonna try to.
Yeah. That's a must.
Yeah. Oh, it's a must. I mean, I'm dying to see it. I've been resisting the internet, like the draw of watching it on the internet. I'm like, no, I'm gonna wait and see it in the big screen, on the big screen. So.
Yeah. Oh, and last but certainly, but not least, Monster Maker 28 teased that he was doing 30 centimeter Gigan in honor of the Kaiju's birthday this year, and of course, I have the awesome kit right here.
There he
again,
is.
Monster Maker 28 did that thing with this Gigan. So
yeah, they did.
As a Gigan fan, you need this in your collection. You know, I can understand because it's resin, and some people want to stay away from resin, but he got the likeness like down pat. You know what I'm saying? And it's a good size too.
And the pose is great.
Wow.
Yeah, I say 30 centimeter. But he's like 34, whatever. And I just found out recently, and I kicked myself in the foot for not knowing this early on. But blow me up, Kyle. I'm sure you know this as a Gigan fan, but blow me up. This right here, these are actually old Ghidorah scales. I did not know that until like recently.
Wow. Oh, I knew that.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that until like recently. So again, he has more of a tie with King Ghidorah and Megalon, in my opinion. But again, this is cool. This is cool.
You know what, Leslie? They took Subaraya's like techniques to recycle the costumes, and they finally started doing it on their own on the Toho side, because as we know, Baragon suit got used 4 or 5 times in the Ultra series, and it's I love that they recycle. They could make a different creature from recycling some parts from the other ones. I mean, Benlar turned into Gyango.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Red King turned into Aberos.
Wow.
Yeah, but but I think we can all admit, Jiras, they didn't really try that hard. I'm sorry, they didn't try that hard at all.
Although what's interesting, Leslie, about Jiras, and then I'll stop talking, is the head is a 66, but the body is a 64.
Yeah, it's like a Frankenstein of sorts, basically.
Yep, it really is a Frankenstein of sorts.
Yeah,
talking about Biollante again.
Yeah, but that's it with the month of March. So, Christine, what do you have for the month of April?
So, April, we saw Superfest, and announced at Superfest was the 2019 King Ghidorah by X Plus, which actually should hopefully be shipping this month.
Wow,
I know I put my pre-order in, so he's going to be a big. It's going to be huge, and I was trying to keep. I have like a little King of the Monsters X Plus section up here. And I was hoping, I wanted to keep them all together on my shelf here. This King Ghidorah, I don't think is going to fit. I'm going to have to move my display somewhere. But so that was exciting.
Looks rather
that
large.
He looks big as hell.
I don't think he's definitely not going to fit in my Bitch Joe shelf. So, yeah. So hopefully we'll be seeing him coming in the mail this month, hopefully.
Christine, if I could find room for that big sum, you know what? I think you'd be good with your Ghidorah. Just saying.
I might have to buy a new shelf. I might have to buy a new shelf to display him on. And then exciting, SH Monster Arts has been starting to put out lots more new monsters, and we've got Monster X from Final Wars, so that was exciting to be. And then we also had Final Wars Godzilla too that came out as well, so great to pair them together. Fantasy Toys has this really very colorful Hedorah, which I thought was cute. That was announced. That's been out now.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I kind of wish I would have got one, because that one does look kind of like cotton candy to me too. But it's a really cute sculpt.
Sidebar, I don't know anybody that collects the fantasy stuff, but they have been low-key putting out a bunch of figures this year. When I was doing when I was looking through all of the months of activity from kaijubattle.net and stuff, I was shocked to see some releases that had just slipped under my radar. They did a 91 Godzilla.
Yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Mike Johnson.
And they look really. They're sculpted well. They have a chibi side to them, but they have some realism to them. It's it kind of rides that line a little bit, I think.
What's the scale of those, Kyle? Do you know the scale of those?
I don't know.
Kind of small?
They're not. They're smaller. They're probably I don't know, maybe about the size of the Mondo Godzilla, maybe.
So they're not US toy size. They're not teeny tiny like that.
No, they're not tiny like that.
Okay, right on.
Yeah, but they're smaller than M1s. And then we'll continue on with Hedorah. We have this awesome Superfest set by Maru-san. The Maru-san glitter figures are just the kind of glitter they use is so sparkly. So if you have, if I know you guys have a chance to grab one of the Maru-san figures, I'd say go for it, because they're nice and very sparkly. And then we have the Yamakichi Matango figure. This is their second colorway that was released at the time. So, great sculpt. Yamakichi's just got some amazing figures they've been putting out, and sculpted by Masami Yamada, who's just, oh my gosh, killed.
He's awesome.
He's made so many incredible sculpt. Hair Babies, the famous Marmot Desugoji.
Also a member of our Facebook group, too.
Yes, he is. He's a member of our Facebook group, and he also did the storyboard.
And then on storyboard,
yes. Come on. Hall of Fame.
I think Samson or somebody was posting Parababy figures, and he commented, he's like, "Oh, I did most of these." And I was
like, that's so
great. He
did
did a bunch of the Parababies, yeah.
Wouldn't it be great to have him on the show? Wouldn't it be great to have him on the show?
Yeah, it would be great.
Yes,
he's a prolific writer.
Yes, Nick. Nick, so are you. You are also the greatest of all time, Nick. Thank you. You are too.
Indeed.
So that's what I got for April. Now moving on to May. John, what exciting news did we have in May?
Well, April showers bring May flowers.
Yeah.
So I went back
Look
and
at
I
these
just
beauties.
enjoyed watching you all present, from the May episode. So this, I know, David, you got the color version of this one, right? This Kingoji.
I
Blue
did.
Light?
I got this one.
Yes,
This
Nice.
color version.
fantastic.
I had the standard color version, but I actually sold it and got this one instead because I really like this one. But it's a great sculpt. Sarujirushi.
Absolutely. Yamada-san again, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe so. Yes. Yes.
He's done all of them in the line.
Yes. Oh, amazing. And then now this one was introduced by you, Christine, the Marsan pop-up salon shop. Pingador blue glitter.
Gorgeous.
Did you get that one?
Oh, that's
No,
glitter
I
too?
didn't.
I didn't realize that. I didn't
wanted
realize
it
that was
so
glitter
bad.
also.
Yeah, this one's glitter too. They did a beautiful red one, a red and gold one, a couple years ago. And so when this one came out, I really wanted it. I'm like, but I've still been waiting for the red and gold one. So
Marathon is killing it. Just killing it these days.
Yeah. And then I'll mention the Kingoji tissue box dispenser that goes along with the others that
I love
it. Have been creating, sculpting. And then little did I know that the D'Agostini diorama Godzilla, their kit, they came out with it. I would end up with it. That set that they introduced back in May.
That's
so
right.
I have the diorama kit. I have to start assembling it and the towers, but
I can't wait to see that.
Fantastic set. Yes.
It started in May? This is when they started it?
Yes, that's when they announced
Wow,
it.
they're
I believe
all
it was
out
in May.
already. Wow.
Yeah.
No,
And I
okay.
was able to get the box is sitting right here next to me for $150
Nice.
or $50.
Wow.
Oh,
that's the way to do it,
75 to
John.
100.
If I had the room.
Goodness.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I'm glad I got it because I need to get that built. It's intricate though; it's not easy to put that together. But they have videos online that step you through it and all.
Groovy.
So, yeah. So May was great. And
All
back
right.
to Kyle. What was happening in
May
June?
flowers
Oh.
bring June powers.
June doesn't have a thing. June doesn't have a colloquialism saying.
June doesn't have.
No.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to go in any specific real order here. Basically, June, we're ramping up into summer stuff, so a whole bunch of stuff starts getting announced, teased, released, and so forth. So, we'll kick things off with Super 7. When they got the Godzilla license, we started seeing some cool stuff coming out from them, and they, in 2022, announced their reaction figure lineup.
Very
With all those guys, the classics, Godzilla, 2 different Godzillas, Mechagodzilla, Jet Jaguar, Mothra, and Rodan. More of these are coming, so if you like this line, pay attention to Super 7's releases. Just going to go clockwise here.
John's got it right there.
Anraku Ansaku. Nice. Which one is that, John? Is that the 60?
This was a special one. It's the 57.
The 56? Oh, the 57.
57.
Yeah, the one,
Yeah.
the one that's supposed to be like Volcano Monsters.
Gigantus.
Yep.
Was it the
Yep.
suit?
Cool.
Gigantus. Isn't that cool?
That's very cool.
That's awesome.
That's
That's
getting
great.
oddball stuff.
I need to get that
it's
one.
really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
They're doing
Guys.
some really unique stuff. Give them credit.
Definitely. All right. So, in addition to Super 7 and their awesomeness, and we're going to see, I think, a little more Super 7 later on. Anraku Ansaku, one of the names that we like saying on this show quite a
Yes,
lot.
we do.
They have, they did a lot of Godzilla stuff. I'm not saying they didn't do any Ultra stuff, but they moved a little more into the Ultra stuff. Did a really adorable and kind of spooky looking Garamon. The just down below those two guys, you have another one of the Knots Matango. This was the Phase 3 color that was released.
That was pretty.
Yeah, they're all really cool. I hope they continue to make these. And the last Sofubi figure down there, that's the very expensive.
Oh man, they're
I
really
wanted
expensive.
If I took notes
I
on this.
wanted it.
How much?
The Desu Goji,
That's
Burning
600
Godzilla
moments.
from NAG. This is the second version for it's 85,000 yen, which is probably close to $800 US at this
I
moment.
wanted it.
I may have done it. I almost did it.
Really?
I entered. I didn't
They're
win,
really
but-
interesting.
I
They're
entered
really
too.
interesting. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and move along from the Sofubi guys into this beautiful XM Studios Ultraman 66 bust that not only comes with the, I think it lights up the little the color timer lights up, also has the beta capsule. And then back to the US, our good friends here in the States have released these really cute Godzilla lunch boxes. 3 of them have come out so far. And then, as usual, Japan just doesn't stop with the shows. So Super Festival Extra Volume 3 happened in June, and there were a whole bunch of releases. It's really difficult to see down there, but there were some really cool small-scale Harryhausen releases from X Plus that got shown. The controller from the Toho Maniacs line got teased. A bunch of Death-for-Real stuffs, including the Monster X Final Wars Godzilla and even the Iris from Gamera, and even more were teased at Super Festival in June, harkening a call back to those shows that we like, that we are finally seeing coming around every time. This, basically once Wonder Festival kicked off in February, just made sure everything was happening. So we'll move along from June and get into the hotter month, July.
All right, so I'm on to July, and as you can see, just that top row, there's so much going on in July. It was really hard to pick and choose some items to highlight, but I did the best I could. So as you can see, San Diego Comic-Con, G-Fest, Japan Summer Wonderfest, and the DNA of Tokusatsu Tokyo Tower. All of those events were happening in July.
Wow.
So I'm going to do my best to just go through it. Yeah, so much going on. So at San Diego Comic-Con, one of the things that I thought was amazing was the Tom Whalen Godzilla versus Violante poster. I just think that's spectacular. And did any of you get that?
I did. Not that color.
Oh, you did?
I got the one that Mondo released. Cool. At the Safudi variant.
That's it's just a beautiful piece, and he never fails to disappoint with his artwork. Mondo revealed a few things, including Space Godzilla Sofubi. We did get to see that again show up at DesignerCon, but that's when they first teased it. It looks pretty cool, I think. They also teased Hector's Heisei King Ghidorah, and which is actually when we got to see that at DesignerCon, it actually looks really cool. I was very impressed with what it actually looked like. And, again, it's the room issue. I would love to have just a representation of Heisei King Ghidorah in my collection somewhere. And then, of course, the Godzilla Tokyo SOS Godzilla with the 2 Mothra larvae, which is a companion piece to the beautiful Mothra that was released last year, which is really, really cool. One more thing I forgot, the Waxworks record Godzilla, Mothra LP, which is just beautiful artwork. I think Jonathan Portman has that. I'm pretty sure he does. For those of you who collect the records, that's really, really great. Let's move right along to the Japan Summer Wonderfest. And X Plus, again, did not disappoint. It showcased the 30-centimeter 1974 Mechagodzilla, which is pretty cool. I'm sure John Ruffin's going to get that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Also, here's something for our legendary fans. The gigantic Kong versus Godzilla. What year was that? 2000. Whatever year that came out.
Last year.
Last year. It all blends together. But yeah, so for the legendary fans, there's something cool. I know Leslie's going to be loving that Kong, and we'll see all kinds of cool stuff about that when he receives that. X Plus also did a bunch of Harryhausen stuff, which they had been teasing sporadically throughout the year so far. The Centaur from the Golden Voyage of Sinbad, which is one of my favorite monsters that he ever did. I think I'm going to have to get that. The Minotaur from what movie was that from? Another Sinbad movie. And also a Medusa from Clash of the Titans and a really Kraken bust, which is really, really cool. And I've got a few more things to say, and then I'm going to wrap it up. X Plus also revealed, which Kyle mentioned before, again, the Toho Maniacs Planet X Alien, which they they teased it again, and I just wanted to highlight that because I just absolutely love this Toho Maniacs line.
Absolutely.
I don't know about you guys. It's about time, and like Leslie said, we better see some Shobajin and all of the other human characters that we all have grown to love over the years.
Yes, please.
And then finally, as Kyle mentioned before, San Diego Comic-Con has Super 7 exclusive glowy reaction figures, and you can see them right there, which are very cool. I think those sold out very quickly. I'm not sure if any of you got any of those, but they're no longer available. I think
John's got his.
John's got his. Oh, right there.
Yeah.
So that was a good grab because those are pretty hot items. And I think that's about all I'm going to talk about for July, even though there was so much more. Let's pass it on to August, and that would be Leslie.
Yep.
Ooh. Oh God. I mean, it's not as multiple stuff like, a few months before. But honestly, between these two, Jesus Christ, this is, oh God. Oh, let's talk about the first one. Yes. And this was probably my favorite figure announcement this year, without a shadow of a doubt. Spiral Studios is doing a gigantic suit accurate version of the GMK Godzilla. It's not going to be resin. I think parts of it will be resin, but it's going to be a vinyl figure, and supposedly it's coming out sometime next year. I'm calling it right now, figure of the year. That is going to be, I'm calling it right now. That thing right there, if it ends up what I think it's going to be, I'm calling that thing figure of the year. So I can't wait for that. If you're a GMK fan, you have to have this in your collection.
Yeah.
You got to have it. You got to have it. And again, I don't know. Find a way.
Right?
Put it in the closet. Put it on your stove. Put it in the kitchen. Put it in the driveway. You find a way to put it in the trunk of your car. I don't care. You find a way to buy the daggone thing and just worry about where you're going to put it later. And again, this was the announcement of a new Legacy line. So again, this is somewhat of a classic version of Godzilla. So you never know. We may see another classic version of Godzilla, an 84, a 68, a 62, a 74. You know what I'm saying? A Cybot. You never know. So, good things are coming from Spiral Studios, and I can't wait for that. And also, they also teased when they announced the GMK Godzilla that they're going to produce an in-scale GMK Baragon to go with Godzilla here.
Oh, wow. I missed that part.
Yeah.
That part too. That's pretty cool.
Well, Christine, you were gone for the summer, so of course you would not get that news. So. Yeah, after May, you just disappeared. It was like, man. Not, but seriously, they announced that they're going to do a GMK Baragon to go with Godzilla. So I can't wait for that. Don't know when Baragon's coming out, but they announced that will be coming at some point. And of course, Bill Gudmundsson. I'm sorry if I butcher your last name, good sir. But he actually teased his work on the Resin Chef 25 centimeter King Ghidorah 1972. He actually started teasing pictures for that in May, but he actually showed us the final product in August. And again, this is what he made. And you know what, child? Blow me up one last time for Ghidorah. Again, this is amazing. And he also included simulated fur on the back of King Ghidorah's head. Look at that. Oh my God. And again, this is so cool. And again, this is probably the most quality version of the 72 Ghidorah that's out there right now. Again, those words don't go together often. But this kit is unfortunately sold out. It's on Buyee and other places for horrendous overpriced. You know what I'm saying? But if you're able to find one, and if you're a fan of Ghidorah, then go after it. It is a quality piece. It really, really is. And that's all that was noteworthy I want to talk about for August. So what happened is in September, Christine?
September, we had a lot of cool stuff. First off being this awesome Medicom and Akashi Records, oh my God, I can't say it. Anatomical Hedorah by Shelter Bank. And the cool thing about this is it's huge, and it's got like the fur, the fuzzy. It's just really different. I like the crazy colors on it, like the 70s kind of vibe colors, and I mean, I hope someone in the group gets one of these because it's a really, really cool piece.
I want one. Yes, indeed.
And then,
that's a pretty penny. Pretty penny.
Not cheap, but I mean, how cool is that? It's so unique. I've never seen anything like it before. Yeah. And then we had coming up for Halloween, since it was coming up, these awesome masks by Super 7.
John's got it.
The retro, yep. Oh, look at John! I love the retro style of these. You got Mechagodzilla, Hedorah, and Godzilla. Wait, John, did you take it out and wear it though?
No, not yet.
Oh, you haven't.
You weren't Godzilla for Halloween? What?
He wanted to be Mechagodzilla for Halloween. That's why he didn't do it.
That makes sense.
That's
you
what
put
he
the
wanted to be.
Mechagodzilla mask on over
John.
the Godzilla mask, and then
there you go.
Or no, vice versa.
Yeah, vice versa.
Yeah.
There you go.
Next
year.
Always next year. And plus, he lives in Philly, so he can't do that there. I'm sorry,
no,
he can't do that.
Not recommended. No, probably not.
No, don't do that.
Oh wow.
And since COVID's still going, John would have a mask and a mask and a mask, so it would be 3 layers of fun.
Exactly.
I expect you to see that in G-Fest next time, John.
Oh my gosh, yes, please.
Yes, me too. Please.
I thought those were super fun. I mean, great announcements coming up for Halloween for the next month. And then some cool stuff from Art Spirits. They make this great, decent sized figures. They have the Hyper Modeling X series, which is 6 figures you can see in here. And they're really great detailed. I mean, and I don't have a set of the Art Spirit stuff yet, but I've seen them around. And I mean, it's they're great to collect, and they've been putting out more and more lately. So I mean, just really great figures.
If you're short on space, these Art Spirits figures are basically people. They're giving people this opportunity to fill a crazy nice collection in that size. I think I'm really impressed with them.
Well, there's my Heisei Kingdom right there.
Quality.
There it is.
Yeah.
But I'm still waiting for their Mechagodzilla set. It keeps getting pushed. So
that should have been out already.
It should have been out. But
that was they did the Singular Point, and then that was the next one, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they did Singular Point.
Yeah.
But I mean, hopefully it comes out soon because I would like to see. So you did get that one then, John? Huh? Nice.
Yeah, they got to get because it's getting. They're all going to back up.
Yeah. And then last we have by Hardshell Studios these really cute. I love Pokemon and I love Godzilla. So what cuter way to bring them together than have Pikachu cosplaying as King of the Monsters Godzilla? And so the burning Godzilla on the bottom, if you notice, he's standing on a Dodrio, and Dodrio's like a 3-headed bird, so it's kind of like Godzilla and King Ghidorah. I thought that was super cute touch they added to it.
I literally just noticed that just now for the first time. That is hilarious.
The little Dodrio in the bottom. So I mean, I love crossovers, mashups, whatever they're called. Like we have the Hamtaro and Godzilla, and who doesn't love Pokemon? So much fun. I play Pokemon Go, so maybe I'll link my friend code in the chat later. But I thought that was a cool, fun little thing to throw in there for September.
Yeah, why not?
Absolutely.
All right, so moving on to spooky Halloween October. What did we have for the month of October?
Well, it was a great October. We didn't have to hunt too far for a red October, but we've got a cool Mechagodzilla. With some red missiles. The Super 7 Shogun Mechagodzilla was announced. That is fantastic. It will be going on my list for next year. Get my pre-order in. And that'll be great again.
Put it on your Christmas list for this year, John, right?
Yeah.
Get it for next year.
Yeah, well, that is the intent,
Santa.
yes.
Yep.
Dear Santa, please go talk with Brian Flynn and get me the prototype that's available right now for the Mechagodzilla.
Well, it's pretty cool. I'm just looking forward to the MG on the arm. I think that's really
cool.
And then, I mean, the ZO model. Godzilla.
Oh yeah, that's a beautiful.
Isn't that amazing?
That.
That's just ridiculous. The detail is ridiculous.
It's okay.
He's handsome. He's so handsome.
It's okay. It's all right.
And I mean, and then have the Super X that goes with, that go with it. And
Oh God, I know.
Mm.
Somebody in the group got one? Didn't Marcellus get one? Right?
I think he did.
He
I think
did.
someone in the group got one. I think.
Yeah, Marcellus did get one. And more likely, he'll sell it in 3 months.
Yeah,
My birthday's in
that's
July,
an impressive
Marcellus.
feat.
He ain't gonna sell it to you. He ain't gonna sell it to you.
My birthday's
I'm gonna
in
see to
July.
that. You ain't gonna get that.
I need my first resin kit. Come on.
You ain't got the money for it. Way out of your price range, sweetie.
California. Too many earthquakes out in California. You don't need no resin.
Oh, true.
Now, this next one I don't want to mention, but it's there.
I know. I know. Go ahead.
This old Kong, it's pretty kind of cool though. You get yes, the MonsterVerse Kong from X Plus. Did that come out yet? Listen, did they?
It's coming out in March. Supposedly,
okay.
hopefully.
Okay. Yeah.
But we'll see. And you know what? I don't know why it's like stomping on your foot to mention that. I mean, he did lose, so I don't know why. He lost, so
the respect was paid.
I know. He lost, but it's okay. It's cool. I mean, in the long run, when he comes out, he's gonna be bigger than Godzilla, and that's made a lot of people really mad. So that right there brings me amusement, quite frankly. Yeah,
it's all good. It looks good. And before I mention, I think the real big highlight, Super 7 is doing some awesome.
Oh my God! Yeah,
this
they are.
Meltdown Desu Godzilla is ridiculously awesome with the Destroyer. Quite impressive. I mean,
I ordered that. I pre-ordered that for sure.
I would imagine lit up nicely. I mean, it will make
Oh
for
my gosh,
some spectacular photos, David. I can't wait to see what you do.
Yeah.
And
that makes me sad seeing that. It makes me so sad seeing that, quite frankly.
It would be interesting if someone did a bust of the Meltdown, just the head. That would be quite interesting.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know what they could do, because they still have the actual bust from the suit,
really?
right? The mechanical bust.
Yeah,
they had
right.
it on display inside of the Godzilla room in the Shinjuku Grace 3 Hotel.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Get
behind
out
a
of
big thing of glass, but it was probably about this tall.
Wow.
It was just like the head, and it's not melty looking like what you see there, but it would be cool to see. I'd love to see a reproduction
Absolutely.
Godzilla props.
Yeah,
They've done them in short bursts here and there with little stuff, but that would be a cool one for sure. The
absolutely
the Desugoji
would be
skull.
fantastic. Yes. And lastly, I think the crown jewel of October was the announcement of the Gigan short.
Oh right. Yep.
That was
so
getting
good.
these shorts. Yes, absolutely. And I would love to have seen a Showa Godzilla suit, but that's for discussion.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
We all thought the same thing.
68 again?
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness, please. I mean, I really want a 74, 75, but I'll take a 68.
They better not bring it back for Jet Jaguar next year. I'm telling you that right now. Leave it alone. Let it go. We don't need to see him anymore.
Oh wow!
You're starting to get on some. You need to get a crowdfunding campaign together then.
Oh, I would. Yeah,
because
I wanted for Gigan money for the Gigan suit. But
they didn't have a new crowdfunding campaign that they didn't announce one for this time. So I don't know what's gonna happen.
We shall see.
Maybe there won't be a short. Who knows? I would hope. I would love to see another short.
I would too.
I would.
Jet Jaguar. Jet Jaguar. They got something with Jet Jaguar.
Oh,
they gotta.
Yeah, they gotta.
And
one last thing, product placement that came out was the X Plus.
Yay!
Oh yeah!
So third proud.
Which I still need to get, John. I still need to get one.
Yeah. Oh, it's a. I'm enjoying watching the Japanese build their kits on Twitter. It's pretty cool to see them.
He's very cool.
October was a good month. Kyle, November.
Yes, it was.
I mean, bring us home.
Remember the 3rd of November, you guys, because
Yeah.
that's Godzilla Day, and
yeah.
oh my gosh, right? Like, so Godzilla Day, as I said in the November episode, didn't just start with with Godzilla Day. So obviously, there's so much stuff that happened in November. We're not going to cover nearly any of it, but basically, the biggest events of the November spectrum were Goji Fest in Japan, followed by Godzilla Day in America / the rest of the world, Super Festival and Designer Con. All 4 of those shows happened like
Yes, they
4 of
did.
those events happened like one right after another, and so the whole month of November was an insane amount of news. Including a brand new Godzilla film, as we mentioned earlier, that's going to be kicking off next year for Godzilla Day 23.
Wow.
The Godzilla store is reissuing the 1984 Bandai sculpt, which I personally think is fantastic. X Plus, through the Godzilla store, is releasing this Yuji Sakai concept art concept sculpt from Shinji Nishikawa's artwork as an X Plus figure. Super cool. And they've got like another version, like a Rick exclusive version is out now too, or was up for pre-order. Above that, Mondo announced and showed off with the rest of their team, but the Francesca Francavilla, his artwork generated the Tokyo SOS diorama you see there underneath the Godzilla Day logo, where the Tokyo SOS Godzilla is blasting the 2 Mothra larvas, and it's like configurable, really cool diorama sort of style statue, but it's also very expensive. A lot of other cool stuff came out or was announced this month, including a Marusan 450 size Gigan, which once I get to Japan, I'm going to be getting at least one of those guys.
Oh, for sure.
Really?
For real. I'm sure you're shocked, Leslie. Totally. If you were paying attention, we mentioned Mezco a couple of times throughout this whole process. Mezco has produced a few different sets, including a Smog Monster set that looked really great.
Yes,
they are also producing this 3-figure box set of Mechagodzilla, King Caesar, and Godzilla 74 to recreate your love of the 1974 Godzilla movie, John.
Yes, I already had it on pre-order.
And then the biggest whammy for me that just came out of left field was the announcement of a new Gamera series or Gamera something with Netflix. And we haven't talked about it too much on the show here, but people who know me know that I used to run the Shrine of Gamera back in the day, that website. So I am definitely one of those people that is, I sort of feel like I should have my finger on the pulse of Gamera news, but this just came out of nowhere for me. And I'm very excited about it because I think it's time for Gamera to at least step into the spotlight again. And the fact that it's going to be on Netflix doesn't make me super excited, but I don't care. I'm just happy that it's happening. And as we were saying in November, I want to say Michael Hamilton said it best. Kaiju fans are eating very well these days, and so this is
that's true.
A classic example of that.
That's a good way to that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Now we're almost done with 2022. We got one more month. So, Mr. Dopko, please tell us all about December.
Okay, so December, we're in December right now, and a lot of these things are sort of still available. So I'm going to try to let you know what you can still get now, if you're so inclined. Let's start off with our favorite company, X Plus. They are doing a Toho Maniacs Mysterian Commanders. Now, I don't understand why they didn't do 3. Why didn't do the blue 2? That's just
they got to have one up their sleeve for release down.
That's true.
Line, right?
Yep. Maybe they'll do another Mogera and they'll release it with a Mogera. So who knows what they'll do. But anyway, these 2 are very cool. They're going to be 16 centimeters like the rest of the series. They're going to be tagged figures, and they're going to be 7,150 yen, which is pretty reasonable. And I believe they are available to pre-order right now.
Is it
Not
one
very
or
soon.
the other? Or is it the pair of them?
It's one or the other, unfortunately. I thought it was for the pair, but each of them are going to be 7,150 yen. So it's not for the pair.
I thought it was a pair too.
So let's move right along, continuing with X Plus. Oh, and they're scheduled to be released in March of 2023. Continuing along, X Plus is also doing a Godzilla in the large monster series 30 centimeter from Singular Point, which I think some people are excited about, some people aren't so excited about. I think it's cool. I'm not going to get it myself, but it is pretty cool, and I think it needs to be represented, and in a respectful way. And X Plus does that really well. This one's going to retail for 29,700 yen, and it will be available May 20. It will be shipped May 2023.
It has the body of a stripper.
It's
those big old thighs.
Body of a stripper. Okay,
right, Christine?
Well,
right?
Those big old thighs.
Maybe. With that said, X Plus is also doing something interesting. Their first Gamera model kit. This is going to be kind of a small. It's a 15 centimeter Gamera 1999 from Gamera 3, and it's a model kit, and it's going to be reasonable. It's going to retail for 5,000 yen, and it will be available in April of 2023. I think I'm going to have to grab that, build that up.
That's my favorite.
That was your favorite of the three, which you just saw. That's pretty cool. I like that G is diving into a lot of model kits. He's making the figures, for example, a lot of the Harryhausen figures are being translated into model kits as well, which I think is great, because those of us who do models, we can buy these pieces and do them ourselves for about $100 less or more, which is really cool. All right, let's move on to, this is a new company that I never heard of before. Maybe you guys have. It's called Neo Player One. And there's not a whole lot of information about these two little awesome figures. I'm assuming they're little. They may not be little. There's no scale that was listed. This Godzilla 64 with the Mothra larva on his tail, and also the Hedorah figure. And they will be, I think, if I'm reading it right, they will be available at 2023 Winter Wonderfest. They're either going to be showcased or available. So I'm really looking forward to hearing more about them, because I think they're both great. And I love the sort of the shiny glaze that they have on these figures. And I have a feeling they're not going to be too big. They're probably going to be on the smaller side. But again, who knows? You never know with these things.
Right. They're
all
fun
right.
and whimsical.
What's that?
Clearly 3D.
They're fun and whimsical.
Yeah,
yes.
They're clearly 3D made, like digitally created.
Totally. And they are absolutely fun and whimsical, Christine. I agree with that. They're very colorful too. So let's move on to Marathon, who is doing Christmas Godzilla pop-up shop lottery figures. And this is actually a set of 3. They're 23 centimeters tall. And the set of 3 is going to be 13,200 yen. And the lottery can be entered on the Marathon Instagram page. Deadline is today. So 17th. So you can, I don't know what time it is in Japan, if it's still valid, and I'm sure we will see some of them trickle in through the aftermarket at some point too. But that's very cool to have some, as we talked about many times, Marathon's famous glittery figures. I think that's really neat. Now, this is something that I chose because I think John Ruffin would be interested in this. This is by Dream Rocket. It's the luminous silver metallic version of Giant Robot.
Awesome.
Which is really cool, and it's going to be 24 centimeters tall. 13,000 yen, and we sadly missed the deadline. The deadline was December 12th. However, we'll probably see them trickle in at somewhere in Mandarake or some of the Yahoo Japan or something like that. And these will be will start shipping in April of 2023.
Cool.
And then finally, my last thing I'm going to say about December, I'm not sure whether it was announced in end of November or the beginning of December. I don't care, because I think it's awesome. We're finally going to get to see Shin Ultraman through Fathom Events. It's going to have a theatrical release on January 11th and 12th. They're going to show both the dubbed version and the subbed version. I just think it's awesome that we're going to get to see it for those of us who've been waiting and still haven't seen it. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to try to get a group of people from the Pacific Northwest to all go see it together, which will be fun. We'll go out for cocktails before or after. So that's something that I'm really looking forward to. And it was great news for all of us who really wanted to see Shin Ultraman. And that is all I got.
Awesome.
That's it. I mean,
you should, for anybody who isn't aware of the Shin Ultraman, I think one day it's dubbed and the other one's subtitled.
it is, and it's confusing, Kyle, because when you look on the schedule for Fathom events, it doesn't really say which is which.
Ah, that's a bummer.
They may
'Cause
get
I would
more
avoid
specific.
the dub,
Oh,
honestly.
totally.
Yeah, I will avoid the
Yeah,
dub.
like the last
Yeah.
time I saw an Ultraman movie dubbed, it was very bad. Just saying. So I'm super excited for people to see Shin Ultraman
Me
finally.
too. Well, that's our year, everybody. Nice job.
It is. Yes, indeed.
Way to go, 2022. I think what we wanted to
Good year.
finish up this entire segment by saying 2023, we don't know you yet, but we're looking forward to you. Do my co-hosts have any hopes, dreams for their kaiju collection in 2023? And that goes for you too, viewers who are watching us live. We still have 35 of you hanging out.
Oh,
That's cool.
bless
Thanks,
you.
everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Well,
Speaking of, have you 35 people watching hit that like button yet on either YouTube
now.
or Facebook?
Hit it.
Just go do it. It's
Hit
just a
it.
clicky click,
Hit it.
baka, easy.
do it. So yeah, hopes and dreams. I'm gonna like sort of internalize this to myself because I know that there's going to be awesome things coming our way from all these companies. So Fubi, Model Kits, etc., etc. My hopes and dreams for my own collecting journey is to really redo my collection space and really focus in on the things that I absolutely love, possibly sell some stuff that I'm not absolutely in love with. I just want to curate this room to be all that it can be. And I know Kyle has done that, and it was a whole process, but I really need to follow suit because it's getting overwhelming. And I've said this on almost on every show. I have things on the floor that aren't displayed properly. If nothing else, I'm going to buy some risers to sort of raise the level. People have been suggesting that for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe go to IKEA and get some more shelving and maybe put a few things upstairs that I mentioned before, some of the really, special collectibles. But that's my goal, to go through the closet, to go through the garage and see what I've got and what I can part with. And I want to just display everything to the best of my ability. Oh, and get some stuff framed too. I've got, I almost said a bad word, a blank ton of things to frame and hang. So I'm gonna really focus on that too. Like I said, the only thing I'm really looking for is that last component to my Godzilla Popey vintage collection. That's the only thing that's on my Grail list. And of course, I'm still looking for a Pilot Ace King Ghidorah of any color without a wonky wing. We talked about all the time. We talked about this in the group, but that's my goal, my wish, my hope. And I hope everybody still continues to watch our show. I hope everybody continues to have fun in our group. And I think what we need to do is follow Leslie's lead and not necessarily do a video, but let's post a collage of all of our things we got in last year in 2022. We can do that from now until the end of the year. It'd be fun to see everybody's. I'm working on it now. I think that'd be really fun to see, at least in photo form, what you guys all got. And I'm curious to see what everybody got. And, of course, you can highlight your favorites in that collage. So that's it. That's all I got. And Leslie, how about you? What are your hopes, dreams, wishes, thoughts? Take it away.
Well, mine is very, very simple. Of course, I'm excited about the Gigantic Kong and the Gigantic GMK coming out. Looking forward to see what they may do in honor of Megalon next year, because that was my first movie. And I do love that movie. But actually, from a collective standpoint, because I kind of lost my mind this year and decided to go head first into the model kit thing, which was a very expensive undertaking. Don't regret it, but it was really expensive. And
I know.
And this is the year, or at least next year, I'm going to have to really start buckling down and not trying to get everything that I do see. Because, again, I'm going to Japan in 24, and that's not a pipe dream. That's not wishful thinking. I'm going. So that means I'm going to have to, pass on this or pass on that. You know what I'm saying? So next year is going to be more about discipline for me. about just deciding what I really want and
Hiatus.
Yeah,
Hiatus.
Hiatus.
I'm not going that far. I'm not going
Dude,
that far.
hiatus is how I got like I had loads of money when I went to Japan in 2015 because I did the rigorous locked down hiatus.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, but I don't want to put myself under that type of pressure, quite frankly. Again, I've been kind of doing that this year anyway, like not buying so much X Plus and focusing more on model kits. But all the model kits I did get this year, were basically like grails in a lot of respects. So there's not really much out there that I do want to get. So again, I'm going to start passing on this and that because I don't want anything to delay me from going to Japan in 2024. And also on a personal level, it is going to be, even though I'm happy for my brother, but it's going to be kind of sad to see Kyle go. I know that he's going to have a, he has to do a lot of stuff to prepare between now and then. But we're going to miss him. I think that goes without saying, even though we're still being in contact with him. But I think I speak on behalf of David, Christina, and John when I say this, Kyle, we are so happy for you. Totally. We're going to miss you again. Yes, you're going to be in the land of rising sun, but it's kind of different because you're over here with us in the States. But again, I know this has been a goal for you to do this, and we're going to be there for you every step of the way. And again, we can't be happier for you. So just congratulations. And again, we got your back as always.
Awesome. And I got you guys' back too. I may be moving across the world, but I'm not going away. And this is beginning to sound like we're closing out the 2022 with like the last episode.
We're going forever.
I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean, Leslie. I couldn't be happier for him and Lady Kyle, and he's wanted to do this forever since I've known him. He's been talking about it. He belongs there. It's time. Yeah. It's time. But even though I haven't seen him in a couple of years because of the bullshit COVID, sorry, I had to use that word. And he's right here. He's right, in the Northwest. So I definitely have to make sure I get down there, or he gets up here one more time before you leave. That's got to happen.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's absolutely got to happen. So
got to happen.
But I'm sad, but I'm more happy than sad for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
because I'm going to go stay with his ass in Japan, that's for damn sure.
Yeah. So for me personally, my year is going to be more like that, not downsizing, but just being really, really selective and picky. Because again, I don't want anything to delay me going to Japan in 2024. I have to be there that year. So, but we'll see what happens. Christine, what are your goals for 2023?
I really kind of want to finish out my Parababy line. I was able to acquire a few pieces that I've been after this year. Of course, the ones left now are the most expensive and hardest to find. But
which ones do you left out? Do you need
the fake Godzilla with the alien?
With the chink in his yeah.
There's a couple. Yeah, just a couple. I don't want like the whole Parababy line. There's just a few Godzillas and like little extra pieces.
Do you have Manda?
No, I don't have Manda. I do like. I see it all day. The actor. He comes with the Astragon, right? Or is it the?
No, not mine. Mine came with the Mu Empress.
The Mu Empress. Okay. But yeah, I would like to kind of complete some of the series that I've been working on. Like I don't have a Sarah Drew. She's 62, so I'm waiting for a colorway on that. But I do want to start going to more conventions.
That's a good goal.
G-Fest, I do have G-Fest on the radar. I was planning on it this year, but I know Leslie is so excited to see me there. We're going to be hanging out all weekend.
I think we're all going to try to go to G-Fest, and hopefully Kyle will still be in the States to go.
Or can make it back.
Because
even if I have moved to Japan by the time G-Fest happens, I am really gearing towards flying to G-Fest.
Outstanding.
Yes.
That's all we need to hear.
That's one thing I miss is being together with everyone. Like I didn't go to G-Fest this past year, and it really killed me seeing everyone's pictures and videos. I'm like, so
it was
tough. I want to go next year. Mm-hmm. Yeah. and I want to go to like D-Con and maybe San Diego Comic-Con, some other ones, like kind of explore more on the West Coast because I really haven't been to any West Coast cons. So
Monsterpalooza.
There's not a ton of them, but you should definitely go to Monsterpalooza. Definitely go to Designer Con. And honestly, we should try to push forward for some more Collect All Monsters appearances at some of these places too.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah, I know. I would love to
going
meet.
forward.
Is there anything in New York coming up, John? Any the Northeast?
Is it 5 Points? 5 Points Fest. That's in New
5
York,
Point
isn't
Festival.
it?
Isn't that in December?
That always seems more, toward the warmer months. But there's always Monster Mania, ZuluCon, and RetroCon, and this. We always have something.
Chiller, right?
Chiller,
yeah.
We always have something every other month. And there's all kinds of little things that are happening and popping up on a regular basis. But should I go now? Since I'm yapping.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm
What's
just
your
grateful
hopes and dreams, John?
I'm grateful just to have made it, through this year, and just trusting, for a better new year. This year was better coming out of COVID, but still has challenges. But next year, I'm just excited to see what pops up that I didn't think existed before in terms of collecting. The odd things, the little things. I don't have room for anything. I'm really.
Your monthly box days delay that though.
You gotta be getting pretty full, John, with all those box days. You gotta be pretty full.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. You
have like a separate storage unit.
I saw it. I saw it this year.
It's grown since then, though, Leslie.
It's pretty
grown
bad.
Since then.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, it's bad. You really don't. Leslie saw it, but it's worse since then. Leslie, it's gotten with that said.
Damn.
Oh, it's bad. I really have to figure out because the stuff is bled over into.
But you know what? You know what? You got that beautiful woman living with you, so you know what? It's all good.
Hey, God bless my mom.
Absolutely, your mom is awesome.
She'll be 85 years old in January.
Yes.
Wow.
Love that woman.
Oh my gosh.
I need to get my ass to Philadelphia when I visit my parents, which I'm overdue for. So I will definitely take the drive 1 hour on Route 70 and come hang out for sure.
That will be awesome. With that said, I'd like to do some traveling. I do want to get to Japan a couple times, if God willing. I was supposed to maybe go to South Korea, but instead I'm scheduled to go to South Africa. 2 different directions.
Wow.
But I'd like to plan it. Yeah, I was going to go to South Korea for my job in February. And then on the way back.
They changed it? They changed it?
Yeah, South Africa.
So you're not going to Japan with Kyle in February?
No, I'd like to schedule a trip for March for my birthday.
Oh, okay.
And it's something, and I also, I know it sounds crazy. It was, 3 days before, 3 days after my birthday was the 3/11. So it's something about,
being back for the anniversary.
Yeah. So I'd like to go in March, and then in November for the release of the new Godzilla movie. We all.
I'm thinking. I
would love to do that.
I don't know.
Well, that would be awesome.
I mean, it would be awesome, but let's really the awesome would come after the movie came out, when all of the stuff starts coming out.
Yeah, true.
Then that's why the Collect All Monsters crew is in Japan. Honestly, I think Leslie's got the. I'm not telling anybody not to go to Japan in November to see the movie. Do it, but group wise, if we're all going to be there at the same time,
shoot for 2024
is probably better.
2024.
All right, that's fair.
I'll start
Christine,
money.
You know what? Put it on we'll get the next issue of the Collect All Monsters calendar. We'll mark it on there and make it happen. Put it out in the universe and make it happen because I don't know if I can hold out. I don't know if I can hold out until 2024, but I'll try my best. But
all right.
So just a happy new year. Just
Amen.
make it through. I'm grateful for getting through 22, and it was great to see you, Leslie.
Oh yeah,
coming through, that was a blessing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still
it was
waiting
great.
for Seattle visit. You know, I'm still
great.
waiting over here.
Oh yeah, I'm still gonna come up there.
Whatever.
And, I am. Trust me. Trust me. The brown gargantua is gonna make it up there to Seattle. Okay.
See the green gargantua.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Kyle, how about you? Although we all kind of know, but let's hear it.
I mean, well, okay. So essentially, collection goals. I think originally I was thinking like, what kind of hopes and dreams do we have for our collections or whatever. But basically, I'll go with that, and I'll say my collection goal is to pretty much sell everything that's not in this room.
Wow.
In that, I'd get rid of actually everything that's not in this room, not just toys, but all the furniture and stuff that we have. And then what I'm very, 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 very excited for, even more excited than when I set this up, is setting up a new space in Japan where I can hopefully have flex. And once I'm there, I'll know whether I have flex or not. I could get more stuff. But yeah, that's essentially, in terms of like collecting things, I would love to see the same amount of effort, respect, and enthusiasm that we saw in 2022. I'd like to see that from the same manufacturers in 2023. And just really, I want to start seeing the things that we've been asking for. That like we said the Toho Maniacs line several times tonight. Like, I want to see that expand. I want to see. I'm just looking forward to the things that surprise me the most in the collecting world. Things that I go, oh man, I gotta get that. You know, like those are the things that make it real fun for me. So I'm looking for more fun in 2023, I guess.
Good point. I agree with that.
All right. Well,
Rose Violante.
Well, yeah. I mean, who knows? It's all good. Well, wait a second. We've got Jonathan Portman here. Sorry, I didn't do this. Jonathan Portman, if you are not familiar, is a member of our Collect All Monsters Monster Collectors Facebook group, which can be found right here if you're going to go onto the internet and looking for a URL there. Jonathan is here. He's usually here with Ryan, and we instigated a new segment on the show called the Collector Minute. We're going to get with him in just a minute. I just thought we'd have you on for a second to say hi, and since you've been backstage for 15 minutes
guys?
Straight, it's good to see you again, buddy.
Great show as
but
always.
we're gonna thank you. We're gonna go into the Monster Showcase, the very final Monster Showcase.
Woohoo!
David, do you have any words you want to say about this? Or?
I think this whole segment was a huge success. I think you guys really enjoyed it, hopefully as much as we did. We got some great photographs. We generated some great conversations. You know, it was just a really fun thing, and we're not getting rid of it because we don't like it anymore or whatever. We're just going to try to do a brand new, exciting, different segment that hopefully you guys will enjoy, that we haven't really come up with exactly yet, but I think we've got some stuff on the back burner that we're going to look forward to letting you guys know about next year. But
the Monster Showcase was essentially we designed the Monster Showcase to get interaction from our viewers, and I think it, as David said, went over really well.
It did.
But man, the amount of like interactivity we have in our Facebook group is so good. It's just like that's where Jonathan comes in when we're talking about a new segment or we're talking about expanding that, like getting that interactivity with the viewers. Like Jonathan will, after we do the Monster Showcase, he's here for the Collector Minute, where we show off some of the cool stuff that's happened in the group. So in 2023, what we're going to be doing is working on expanding the interactivity between the show and the viewers.
Absolutely.
And getting you guys involved in the show in some more ways. We're not exactly sure how we're going to do that yet, so we're going to do a bunch of tests and experiments this next year to see what happens. But yeah, I think people who know stuff that I do know that I don't like to do the exact same thing all the time. I like to change things up and make things evolve, and so we're going to keep evolving Collect All Monsters. And that
absolutely.
more interactivity with you guys.
It's going to be fun. It's going to give you guys a chance to voice your opinions about things you love, the movies. We're going to do things with movies, which we'll talk about really soon. A lot of fun things that we've got in store that we just have to sort of, focus in on and exactly how we're going to present it within the group. So, yeah, let's see what you guys did for the Kaiju holidays.
Roll that beautiful photo footage.
Aww.
Santa
That's great.
I love that idea.
Adam, shout out to Thursday.
Cheers.
Yeah.
There's Andy Peters. Oh, so cute. Hang it up.
That's cool.
Larry laid up.
Oh, the Goji again.
All the way from Germany.
That just looks good with the Santa hat on. Just can't get over it.
Dell
Season's
knocks it out again.
Oh, I have that one too.
I love it. That's so funny. That's so funny.
Oh, very
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's my latte.
Yeah. Kind of beautiful.
I love that.
Ooh, Oxygen Destroyer. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Jonathan. Love that one. So sweet.
Yeah, that's good.
Greg.
Oh, Greg's collection is awesome.
I love that one.
Oh.
That's so cool.
Wow, these are just
That's a cool little monster. I forget that monster's name.
Aw.
That's
Oh.
cool.
That's
Oh,
really
yeah.
beautiful. That's a beautiful photo.
Yeah, it is.
Aw, I want to be at that party. Ooh, Robert. Battle of the Villains. That's really sweet.
I do love seeing kaiju figures along with like Christmas displays.
Me too.
Oh,
But,
that's
we guess is happy.
so festive.
I love it. Alex did a great job.
Yes, thank you to everybody who submitted for this month and for everyone who submitted for every month through the last 3 years. We've had a blast doing this segment, and I really am looking forward to what the next evolution is. Speaking of that next evolution, Jonathan Portman, if you want me to, I will take over for Ryan's parts if you want me to.
By all means. Yeah.
All right.
Shake it up a little bit.
All right. Take that off. Make you big. Take it away, Jonathan.
A little big. All right, guys. Well, like always, and this is going to be ending the year with a bang. We've got our last one of the year for the Collector's Man. I know it's very, it hasn't been around for a long time, but I feel like this segment has really taken off in terms of highlighting members in our group and getting people more involved on the post side of things. Because after all, the group is, where it's all basically living. That's where the whole thing kind of started. So. And where it built from there after the show. So I'm really excited to get into these. A lot of cool ones. There's some repeats from the showcase, but that's okay. I wanted to keep it in more of the holiday realm because we're getting close to Christmas and the holidays. So
yes.
And let's knock it out with our first one.
All right. That would mean I need to share my screen, apparently. Yeah, here we go.
Might help. Yes.
Oh,
and here
that's
we've
great.
got John Morrill. He, I love his stuff. He's got the twins here, and little Mothra babies. I of course, I always love the Mezco set is really fun, and I love that I love that people are highlighting them. So this is a really cool post. I love the action kind of involved in it. Very awesome, John. Thank you.
It's very sweet, actually.
Touching, yeah.
Very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, there they are.
Ah.
The
Here's another one with
kings.
Edward, Jean Ledoux. I hope I'm not butchering your name. But in a happy Kaiju holidays,
Cool.
I just love stuff like this. Like it really gives the holiday spirit. And yeah, man, keep them coming.
I need the black one. That's the only one I'm missing.
Oh.
Ooh,
Oh.
Vincent. Black hole sun, won't you come? Like, I just love this. This is really cool. It's a really cool play on stuff, and I just love I believe that's like a little lens flare action going on there. It might be in the
It's really
corner.
cool.
It's really interesting shot. And not a lot of people shoot profile in these. Usually it's like a 3/4 or like a frontal. So I like the profile shots. Really cool, especially for this figure. Very effective.
He inspired me to get that figure, Vincent/Tony.
Yes, indeed.
Fantastic.
I like
That's great.
Thomas.
Very sweet.
Santa has hired Baragon Mothra Express to make deliveries this year. Glass when it's time. Happy holidays.
That's very
Thomas
cute.
Lee.
Yeah.
It speaks for itself. There's not much else I can say about it.
It's very cute.
It's great.
Beautiful.
Whimsical as hell.
Oh, that was dope.
Oh yeah. Okay. So this is from Joseph. I love because he's got the jacket. And this is something we don't get a lot of. I really hope people do more sharing of like the apparel and other collectible aspects other than just the figures or like movies or whatnot. We've got the apparel. We've got this jacket here, this beautiful GeForce jacket from I believe it's Heroes and Villains.
Yeah.
I have one as well, but it's very well made jacket, high top tier. It's definitely worth the price. If I say so myself.
Interesting idea.
Yeah.
I just had an idea for next year.
There you go.
Okay.
See,
Yeah.
our members influencing, inspiring.
They
I love
absolutely do. They
And
inspire me all the
thank
time.
And thank you to Joseph's beautiful wife for getting him this jacket for Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great gift.
Always love
She
it when
knows
our,
what to
when
get
our
him.
partners can get involved in a great jacket, right, Michael? Awesome. I love it.
Beautiful.
And then we got another
so
reoccurring
cute.
one here. We got Rick Sanchez Brown with Santazilla has arrived. I just
Episode
love the
Ultra
scenery
7.
here. It's very cute.
The little
You got the little
present.
present, the miniature sofa. Ultra 7, one of my favorites. He's my
Yeah.
favorite Ultra.
Yep.
Leslie
So-
too.
Yeah.
There you go,
yeah.
Leslie.
Ultra 7 looks a little too excited for me. I don't know.
He's very eager for
This
his
episode
gift.
all in the
He
family.
wants
or
his
something.
gift. Yeah, he wants it. He's like, put it here.
I think
I want something else. It looks like to me.
Yeah.
A little too excited, huh, David? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
These are fantastic.
okay.
Oh, this was a cool.
So this
Yeah.
was a Ryan choice, and I
That's
love
awesome.
this because he said this to me, and I agree. I love seeing 64s lined up, and so Tim, great post. I love this. Just a shout out for all and shout out to Wyatt Gordon, who says who asked what the blue Mostogoji on the left was, and it was a reissue from Minicom 1964 that was released at Designer Con a few years back. So there you go, Designer Con coming back full circle again.
Yeah, that's
There
right.
you go.
Crazy how different. It's all the same suit, but how different.
Oh,
yeah,
my
for
man.
sure, right?
Yes.
Oh, there he
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
So I had
All
to
right.
share. Okay, so this I tried to save this one for last because last but certainly not
Man.
least, Marcellus Winters. Marcellus is the freaking man at
Mhm.
MG Fest.
Yes,
Great
he is.
great dude, and even like just as much as of a talent. Like this work here that he does, I'm always in awe when he posts stuff, and so he has to make it on one of these posts and in this segment because I just love his work so much, as I know everyone else does. I love seeing stuff that I've never seen before. I did not know this M1. I didn't know about the M1 G64. So
What? No, no, no,
Wait,
no, no, no,
what?
no, 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 no,
Me and Leslie got something to say.
no. Bruh, come on now.
hey, bro, I'm telling you, I'm
You
just
never
getting into the resin game. I'm just getting into I just got
Oh, it's
into
not even
X-Force
resin.
recently.
It's
Just give me a break
It's
with
rubber.
the statues, man, with the kits.
It's
'cause
not even resin.
I'm
man.
new to the kits.
Oh, it's all out of love, Jonathan. We're just busting you. It's just that's
I'm new to the
Leslie's all-time favorite 64 representation, and I have one too. I have the rubber skin version.
Yeah.
And
I wish I had.
it is an awesome
So cool.
like magnificent kit. And
And Jonathan, it was at G Fest this year.
Was that the one that was that the one that I saw at G Fest?
Yep.
Oh,
It didn't even click. It didn't even click. It didn't even click.
Yep.
Look, G Fest was like G Fest was the first for me. I was overwhelmed visually by everything. So like
G-Fest is overwhelming.
that of course that went over my head.
It's all good. I still love you, Jonathan. We still cool.
I hope so. I appreciate it.
I'm glad that you highlighted that, Jonathan or Ryan, whoever chose it, because we are going to do the long overdue model kit episode. Probably going to be a supplemental because it's going to be really long. And I absolutely want to include Marcellus and Steve Heron and all of the modelers who inspire me. And of course, I'm going to be on there too. And our good friend Leslie Chambers is going to MC that episode whenever we get that together, because people have been asking for that. We're going to do some demonstrations and some tutorials and all that kind of thing. So look forward to that, you guys, next year. We'll probably do that towards the beginning of the year too, if I can corral all the modelers together in one spot. But sorry, Jonathan, we didn't mean to sort of commandeer your segment, but continue, please.
Not at all. No. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, that's the last one.
That's the last one.
Okay.
Your minute has ended.
Yes.
The collector's minute
Get him off.
has ended.
Should we actually ask Jonathan what his hopes and dreams are for his collecting journey next year?
Jonathan. What are you hoping to accomplish with your collection?
Okay, well, I
2023?
honestly, this goes kind of hand in hand with Leslie a little bit. And when Leslie said this, I was like, I feel you, man. I totally feel you, because, my wife and I, we were supposed to go to Japan in 2020. We had the whole trip locked down, everything ready to go. Wow. And then we all know what happened in 2020. So we made the decision, the soft kind of landing decision, that 2024 would be our next target date. So that's the goal. So I'm going to try to be good next year and try to save up a little more, because the goal is to get there. I don't care how bad my back is. I don't care what's going on. I am getting my butt to Japan. It's got to happen. I've got to put that date down.
Good goal. That's an amazing goal.
And I would say, maybe if there was one thing I'd really love to see, like, out there, and I know I keep saying this and it's probably getting old by now, but I really want to see Sofubi I want to see Sofubi likeness, not just of Tsuburaya. I want to see Fukube. I want to see Honda.
Amen.
I would even love to see. I would even love to see, Tanaka. I mean, just give us like the forefathers, essentially.
Yeah.
So I'd be down.
Well,
that's great.
It's definitely a niche audience who would want that, but I am absolutely among them, because I think that would be fantastic.
Would love that.
Right on. Cool. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, hey guys, you know what? We pretty much finished this episode. So if you are still watching and you're still hungry for more kaiju content, I think you should mosey on over to the Monsters with Attitude show.
Yes,
we're going to be doing a film discussion on the Millennium series. Probably already going on because we can't stop talking. But we are here to say good night and end this on a 3-hour show, and absolutely no longer. Please make sure to like this if you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this and you haven't subscribed to our content, do that. Like, subscribe to Collectible Monsters on YouTube. Check out all the other individual links that are in the show notes for this, that will take you to all of our individual social media platforms. David has one more thing he'd like to say as well.
No, you have one more thing to say. You're going to talk about our event on the 26th, right?
That's right. I was yes, I am going to talk about that. That's right.
Surprise.
On the day after Christmas, Monday, the 26th, we have a double feature happening in the group. We are doing a screening of 2 classic Godzilla films that have apparently not been deemed worthy to include on Toho's efforts going forward. So we're going to be watching the AIP dub of Destroy All Monsters and the AIP dub of Godzilla versus the Smog Monster. It's all going down Monday, the 26th at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. Double feature. So you're going to be we're going to let you watch the movie without us yammering over it, but we are going to interrupt and do a little intermission in between each of the movies so we can at least get our chat on for a minute and then go back to the movie. It's going to be a ton of fun. We're all really excited about it.
And we're all going to be there.
Yeah, we're all going to be there. It's going to be a blast.
Get your snacks ready.
That's right. Get your snacks.
I got my snacks ready.
Get your popcorn ready.
Yep.
Okay.
Woo-hoo.
Let's go out to the lobby. And So I guess I should say that until next time, our planet may be doomed, our Earth devastated, the monsters are in revolt, and civilization is in chaos. But we must unite and collect.
Oh,
monsters! Thank you.
Happy holidays! Happy holidays!
We'll see you next
Happy
week.
holidays!
Thanks, everyone.